wala me say Messi. Don't be but Argentina boy they don't deserve the final. They don't deserve the trophy at all. Adia Spain yeah game no me yeah me deno enye 1-0 no mo share am de fa title no cry the Argentina for no yade. Born on Spain boy anya 3-0 no. Ke country for come go money once.
12 shot on target today.
Yeah, omo yade Argentina for no yade. Obusin sama manim ohu sa ade no bi de munja de mo church. Amo yes other than that come embarrass omo. But the Spain here ye are not accepting the rough football invitation. Come on, accept ya come wu. Argentina for the letter ma Spain for say mo pa mo me bobo we. Yes, you can accept it.
And Spain for no so
no, more reject it and say no, let's play. Munya boy na mo de mo there. But rough, let's play the game. If come saka invitation letter no mo ya so mo no be rough wa. E ka bo the game be ko. Come on, the more corporate is a conjure from Monsamu.
Yeah.
Panimu na dream do bomu only quality collectively, not individually. Collectively. Look, football no collective quality na ma Leicester eje omo title no. Individually o frɛ from a wunya superstar bia wo. Patcho what dem can say.
Saturday.
But omo kan bomu na omo ba. Leicester against Chelsea, Leicester against Man City, Leicester against Liverpool. And no dear, Uchima Eden, you can say collective quality. Any average team which plays with an extreme understanding of the game, you can also define them as a quality side. One open amateur in Temu, but Mokabo no buy or Tomontemo in ye. That has been many teams. Ocean Argentina team no, Senya Argentina was experienced about final pain 2014. 2018 omo ba be dura no ho France for no sign mo and 22 do omo obura final no ba GB and omo sabe wura another final yaw Argentina ne betimi ne France Spain ebe ball we are scoring by 1-0 any other country like England omo ase e ya mo faro so omo bully wa hunu ka Spain be jojo omo. Kudos to Spain. In my coaching life Mempaya me boa se menye sky license B no me da yaso nyina ne se beto me boase no etimi ahehye team a ebe ma me memories of Pep team no oyo Spain no because me I believe say so onya team na so mo abotra knowledge ne de nyame na de ma obetimi ya adwuma no De La Fuente was started with Spain under 15 no
Domo J or the 19J 21J San and Penifona the Nations League, the Euros, and of course the World Cup.
What is ascendancy?
I don't know the coach now, you know.
Starting from the lower bottom
to the highest.
I believe when you are given time, Uto was an enemy diabetes and you players back home, you know me as a formutimia formidable a bit me a shobia. These Spain boys way and I commence a cat tight and cry out, commence a quasaba. And yes, squad down who say, Ebe Fedis is yo. I sense you need to fear Madrid center back, no. Deny sense to fear. Baldi maybe Bassa left back Baldi. Look, left back on an elbow.
Yeah.
Kuku the club work up on a eba. And a kuku the other two Baldi. It was Baldi, na elbow honor. Baldi na elbow left back and so. The soul knows about Baba. And even in this tournament, we can say, and yella me man the best of form ni. Pedri playing from the bench, and the best of form ni. So they still have two of the best goalkeepers in the game at Tibenjo. David Raya and Juan Garcia. This playing sideway on Bessaba
101.3
on Bessaba back. And we are still and fear Argentina for na yeme de papa and can point you come church chamala me ni Messi kunyasem. If you no show mu you cry na paradise ne. Ese FIFA man ban na me tankra. Omo bomo
because Argentina no mo kasa say omo opponent na no mo cry foul ni nyina ye as a bad losers. Yeah, after the finale mo na mo exhibit the trait of obi a bad loser.
Now Mami break akra bi na menka two players ho asem. Eno ne enye paradise there.
Na yalo so ko share Danomo Blue, omo backroom staff Argentina backroom staff no.
Ayala no so kai no.
Oh. blow or bone we no Sanchez all the patch.
Na yala no raffle.
I no Sanchez all patch one.
We no more pen first half 20 minutes no. No more
Gavi.
No pay way. Gavi knows these guys. I don't know why now Jimmy Kako ball Paradise.
Wa bon wa wonu ma dia wonu. Endi je oti wotu ma sana me trust me be gate a obeji atuma na say obeka se no so bi twantro. Myself dey no kwa say ye twra teacher ni tin o. So ni me ana me ka me ho asem. Ba re ntina otumi twra say we dey mbi ana teacher ni so dey bi
omo market grammar omo market grammar market na punctuation money ade
grammar na ope
grammar mo ko funu video dey costa mo no game ni say they love it and speak for the come one except Paradise na we can Ramos na Ramos to strong person mo ja Ramos free roba sana na o mi na me catch ro na person mo ja Ramos free throw kra ba na Paradise no e dey no aso benya kra no ade no ho ya wo nyina odi show but I love the fact that
I have the ball with the check his metro with the show screen all right show right sabon say like ball than almost shell blue be with the show right obeba sisi I have a bit china kwa shinchi mo baby o shell than almost from pa serious
na refi ayala no mo
mame on the bus on the ade no bus here be to bana over phone so I read in pub
more fire. The referees na dey socks on. Okay. Pub and the socks on. Referee bia or new fi obeba say and dey bibia ni mo no. Or raw socks na no ko sauce in the room. O anya o kakra di obinya o.
And now go find you must be see Messi socks.
No Messi socks na ka. Oboa. And the tashim pa.
Wontumi 101.3.
You won man ne kra nim sika.
David what you see.
Boys and so be catch us say ni kwan kran say oba ne ho.
Yeah.
Sad nim na obusa obibia.
Yeah.
Now ka so ni bia say ya so obo na timodin no.
So ni mo budget.
Oh yes.
Oh
yes.
And also then can you wrong. Anko ho budget into a ball within limit. But also so manu. Very funny.
So this guy now catch and say be honest guy on
yeah.
When you say be a one, I'm supposed to go baby the
child. Any no crepa.
Ideally, Omo Banu who chumo. Maybe I can so because of Bahu salary and then make every can on Cobus.
Maybe or no crowd Jichen. Bams or Muso Bansus or Jichen was on that or guarantee.
Depending if I sometimes.
Until boys no be ready see no.
I said no condition is permanent. Say be na or Jichen was say be with my bit na yeah. And me say the me must have 2 bags me say
na kwa go hwem.
There be say me too much them say so be am yi.
Ai o dia.
Ana me twem.
Okay.
Say nyina ya dey say
oh of course.
And they come one also.
Every fast over you be DB. They say assassin.
I nan say na me ball no kakra che. Me say me wie bia che.
Okay.
And then be ya wada.
Yeah, na taste.
Na me we say nya fo bi dia ma dia.
Ubutu tunyo mama.
Oh we ya
and yes you na idea. Na ndi na idea.
Anu ni ma no nti. Enu say na boa.
No dey.
Ukoneska ya hihye ne kama okay. Ya mo boa. Oni ma no no aseda.
Aseda ayi ne sa oboa. O ye obechi uzizie. Obechi uzizie. Bando ne dey wa twitwi mu an.
We agent otimi check ni sika ne sa ne so well, that time I'm phone so much check on the back one BMC.
No, I can't.
There's a man 10 on until you also 10 on. Me may be an 9.
You could hear the canine.
May you be an canine.
Crazy player, but not tough. Yes, tough. And Kofu was pay for the idea. I'm not say.
I am a bonus so much to what bono. Blue pan so pa jiwana
omo hajene ya omo hajene
ene na be yawo enye bad cry e the radiation so dey nso ache
special day
na o sen ba be hwe so amane o ma fine amai dia kan nyina de ono are be so
oh yeah and you know great
so my God say mo ni mmere wo yonko ade go bu no problem e chen
bibiri
but to pia bontia na nim ye sere be ya bia be ma wo feel as inferior bia na say be ma as a count say yeah but
and then you am bibiri
also very careful, extremely careful because
important pa
ahode de o
health de health de so nkwana ze wa hoden na
okay tinzo wana so de
that they all send man nya de papa
that's what send ma me send this car ho
ko ntina o me send nu bi a nya yi ha wasa eni abrefa udi oye ne mu aho
ya wada weekend na ekom no
udi oye ne mu na so Thursday nti we dey say no na wo pese oye na no pe so am yehu so
no so ya wada
na so ya wada
e kwa ne modern baba form
see there so wa form kokra
form uniform
masa enyo is it there la onda zero cry okay it's zero
obi ana too money o be say
0 is it
ya wada na new thing
ja money mom na wo kofo
new thing kasa na odin say gu na chi
this is one new thing o say
no fanya bibiem kabo ne enya ye da dia ye de also pe kra because no say is a short to be anim
on sa de no enyehu ezu
I speak for many daddy oh no I'm so okay never
hey
ready be
oh na me wafo
aye
we are very fine wonti yankwe na yanto aso free he na ya resere
and so shoe no top no dia masa awa ukrana wole ne de he menu no kan kwet ukrana
oh men kra
ko top bia ne mpaboa
okay
and me ho na say you willing sa color we are say ni
willing one I should
time that so dey nyane size no scan wo ano a doctor but say ban competition pass here more watch me atade top and down entity abodwe sa
no fire
time that so we chiri kura kapo yenko sentina mo ya dawi
oh okay na my time that so advert no and then I'm the best start we need time that so me na oh man
sure time that so me so try about TAC 9 months 9 months obe off
when I
so try so go watching about who right no about who
right yes or no kram you know
now what channel bobo color watching be ade no betin ya kabo yemko
time daso doctor ye chawa no pe be
you pictures now twagu media no so no
o musa
kapo de ono titini ono ofa no ho and then also why emerentia but scan body at time that so nyina ye
oh yeah on the ye nwom no ntino
so rapper line na that
yeah jina any dey yesu so nyina na ye bo isis na yesu so nketingiti
ana oyiba no
Wontumi
we agie bagi ni ye teams na so mem no mo pavement bi o anadwo edu anadwo
futuro nyon na
yes ndi edu anadwo na ye on undertaker no ochebi ano she round
one bi na beat
na ya bo isis no kama na bagi big the trousers akasi ano ne and Timberland no yellow one no wabo na ikutasa on the alata for Nigeria for walking stick ni bi nji minim ya Eric ma min chan be was asaman kese
we create it asam na
yes that time near fair rablings no yeah rap G na me black G into rablings
there has me nyanu
nyanu mi so no achire eh that akomatiko
say go some potamu nyina na memory
ye easy cry na no ma say guy bi we say ono no ye drip lord wo ho we share this as it okay boy we are Jay-Z for the enemy. Jay-Z for the enemy. Hey, drip. Okay, well, young call now for time that so me demand for now for doctor. A bomb remi in our tenacity or day a draw. A juma be draw crunching a doctor day. A juma doctor say a stroke and a and assembia. A CCN you'll be a problem or prostate and after once an open TM and an open member you know ever from a time that so and I do a knee and so natural after doctor to me about doctor. A juma our Buakwago school junction after one crime so you poke us my numbers no a 0244774282 na after DM komo yanko 3P garlic mission after yenin komo pure for daruma dre a garlic ani atwuma hoden ani adia high blood pressure sugar level our slow and after obese boosti immune system ni nyina no ayade so 3P ana onya bia nso betimi abona after nuama koye e de amodro obi a wonya stroke a watena forma enuama nkoye emfama no 3P ya draw esa upebi na after no wonom no na ebie entinunum edema 3P 0248928824 na after wonso wadin koma emulate de no na make say kantanka for research omu ye ewo nubuna ene hahamamu omode ba nyina chese wa wucheme na no pay apomodin ewo form ne de obanum bi ene obe kenya hodin ama wonso watimi anante ama bro wakoma no emoye nyina no so atimi aboye ama chese nuama ekoso high blood pressure nyina so eto obetimi atwa emulate ana abenum bi kantanka draw wode aba eno no current stick there eya druvopa ana zarafwe womu ade aba zo mixture ni gene ye namu yade edro bia wodwuma edi wenu ye namu se wanya gono se Felix ana we oba enso ta gu ya na sent bi wuti akire ni nyina no nya dra bia no betimi abona afa aye ho adwuma dem ama eno ana me kan wasem enso dem man capsules ne meme dro na bema wuntimi mo adwuma mpam wuntimi sepa hu ye wadro pa zara man capsules anu na edi eno so wachigina na afa nuama koye half hindi helba mixture treat malaria and afa typhoid ene de ka woni nyina no wobetimi anya bi e number iso abra o frɛ 0246348334 na afa enkoma kosom ye ko ba helba hospital na afa doctor so aboye odom pese mozambia se wutia no pe na spine no ana problem o ma obu onso ni dompe no ana afa ye kai wo buni namu ana ni nsam ana ukoto joy cap na daso na yi o ye footballer ana se onso accident bi na ma ene dompe no watechima ye ba ana ebo doctor esame nkanto se dwuma de di ono a ana ebo na ono no ne de ne ye sonko kra se emma se yen kire so a o kire so na afa dompei atoa enso majama na etwere ya de HIV ni nyina wodwani kire to so agogo ya ben agogo hospital ana afa cross Winters Road 18 junction 0244988004 na afa wadi enkomo Alaska na darumo ene edai me kase o fese wunya enuama bi tse wallpaper ana sembia blind curtains 3D 5D animation ni nyina no Alaska crowe mu de minim bia ye ka mabu sheet and assembia ye ka blind curtains obi a wo decorative watches and have PVC floor tiles artificial grass ni nyina no obi e wa dum ye ne boss of a building and the gentleman so across circle tiptoe lane ho a 0554114878 no din Cosmopolitan Ghana wo madarumo Ghana de onimsa Politan de since 1992 and a Politan fue wo mu agi wo mu din e wo man mu na ni nyina no enso mani se wo di dwuma ofie and as a contractor samoya juma mo stone so mo pare yusu yam enya na kra eno na yusu a ebeboa ewie bo enso bono na nyina no enya hwe ahoden awosoro ntisa no so as a Politan de papa ankasa ye kotebote garage sanano player na ye de ani chiwa ni nyina no ne se garage no se odie no wo cars bi o kra na se ne o be se car no uyifu garage no mu a ye beto se ne car na asai ana se car no problem e o ma ni nyina no ye beto ediama na ye ho ene machine se di 34 problem gearbox and our car no electrical fault ni nyina no de ba ye be detect na fe ya ye ho adwuma ndama na wo se de nuama city a wo mu no wo mu se men kan tro se wo ba bia wontimi fa wo car masem bia wo ye ban dwuma ye ni a wo mu e wo drivers a wo mu ba be fam akwakwa ho adwuma esan e dia bro na ene workshop ne de wo mu e wo qualified nkofo a wo mu ni madwuma pa ana ye adwuma ho na properties se asase ana uncompleted vote no so nya bia o ton wo dia ye beto ana afe wo pe bi aton so a oba onsam ebeka bi na afe wo so achima to bi ye awashia ben waterworks our Accra ana afe Kumasi in between Georgia Hotel ana afe Gridco office no 0542 275 252 na wadin komo serious SP2 engine oil enye eno ana make one sense wo car no say ebe nante amwa feel e wo cars ni bi wo a na enama eto bi sie pa say de name Obo ene kusie ewo kusibo ma wo pia fato mu no ha dwie pa ni nyina ne se oyo no nye eno nti say engine no na o car no brand new engine na say home use na say bia diesel and petrol ni nyina no fa serious SP2 engine oil obetimi afre 0540 424386 na wetin come natural company limited there Proslav prostate na wa Proslav capsules no and ebo prostate no bobo odwonso a na bia kam ana afo odwonso a ne bemai na emu hye no ni nyina no yade se ne wunya adra bia betumi abo true man and the capsules a weak erection premature ejaculation ebeko ana afo Congo ne de wonama ne nsa ne nyina no Congo na hye no rashes bia Congo 0249017101 no wadin come Lawson beverages enie eno Lawson Dileman Beaches bema so Dilempem eni ukwasa uye ya naija adia besene adeno esa oche now but maso obecha Dileman yi ene emo wache Dileman capsules nso oyo ba kwa fichie wote yawa wonum bi ene se yi ya eyi pensi efem na fru adro wa djema so memu ba bia obenya bi ato 0248619999 na wadin come Tabia Health Company Industries no Tabia ba mishana no apebi eno so malaria ebeko anafe Tabia takum no eyene atenka ewo form oyo ba oyo bema ubedibi ebebo Tabia ba capsules esisie no ane ya maman anaji sisie no enso abaso Tabia dre dro anum bi ebebo 0243686861 na wo bon koma Dr. Mensa na Daruma adofe Dr. Semin control say wono ana ebuaw na mo de ebuaw ni nyina say we business a enkoye awade okwa enkoye obia ye bibia ye na sa wono sasa bi duwachi a waye sasa drum de aba unya bia beboa udi dware ne se eyi sasa yi afri wachi no bone ana wonom obese ujai se be obu okasa na sent ewachi ana afro obi odunso kete so ade se wode wani che kotwi ye ne Guinness depo ana dia no sho obo ase kwan so Accra Madina Zongo Junction ye delivery ewo ba bia 0244921269 na wadi nkoma na router no ne dia router Mr. Router Live no Router tonic 31 draway Mr. Nano pay o complain you SM anuma tumintimi dia sa wo atia gu so awo pa na ha adwen e ma chese name Ejuma kwa untimi nkobia wodi ape Router Mr. bi numbi be 5 minutes I will say if you free you and the malaria ni nyina afidi peduanum na Router Live na de moja no edi afusane ye pa obu ana moja no aklote our system num ebe ma moja no abie amana fantini num ye pa ana afi Router tonic nso typhoid fever eno ebe ko 0244485632 na wadin komo kojak de se ene obese otwu se na wanum dawa ene ye kojak chako 2 face no ana beboa me kasa no pay why you should be awia or say you should be na afi enwumre so koda obetwi wosi a eno kojak ya na you so na proko no wa complain wuti a ya ana wuti fa edwa migraine de wunya bia beboa edu pharmacy ba bia de busa 0244559597 afi enkomo ya koye ede ama Ghana rice emo papa ene Ghana sase so ane edua no Ghana awia ane edua dry we enyasem de chemicals bia front channel so Ghana emu jollof rice ana semia plain rice ana rice ball ana rice water ama Ghana ye no anaja wo be yusunti supermarket awodo ne mo market ma me no mo twabi konkomo enso mton no munya bia eno ana Ghana photo intama Ghana de 0537029464 na for what in common name power specialist ya de ne kwama no ne ene hepatitis ne fatty liver fibroid ne de ka wo kidney ene liver fa ni nyina ye maame doctor akoso adua ye nie wonom ana eba ye maame bo adwuma o kroma de obia ni obetimi no because abibidro no eho ana nyame ede ahira no no ede ye ho adwuma na kumase fo no modumani che kumase feya se bosom twekwa no so ade junction akra kwabenya ACP road ana afi takrade anaji estate 0244 544 na oni ye maame doctor kosuya adua ya edi nkomo fancy.
Okay, wo ye ba be kwam no ne ano no ena no pe no ye restores no ebeba ne mum no mama nyi we mfu on real quick na fe ye mfa ye our stories ema ABA Herbal Clinic in so chance we ba be je wa ya resano so we bema na bia prostate we be so born by said be enlargement and so ma wo de no and so ABA Herbal Clinic ho and also base bia obenku manase ayo ni so and abasa twetwe no and so one pound no na one siano na chesa di stroke no ebeba na fe we ba wo menstrual pains and menstrual disorders or the irregular menstrual flow no and so any glaucoma na be call and afi cataract tetano and so na to one ni so doctor say we bete eternal said be we so benya on found in na fama site na no was are getting your man so come oya juma e wo ya kwara so dwena se me market no na chi anon sabe kan na fe wo mo so mo nkran no potam no mo be call Kaswa Millennium inside the hono aya dade last stop on a domain crodie aya beneza preschool no ebe so pa the number no is 0541565199 na chese ebi and some anyo so na hisense enie hisense empene furniture say ade bia wo tode afi omunche bia na ye papa o enom anade ko fie mo say yo numam anase ba bia wo bia behia aya home appliance ade akọ ebiem no wo behia chese ne ma wo de adu dwuma ne nyina no wo ma 5 years manufacturer defect warranty so our product no and on so ebiem no de tie and some anase twin mo nkane ani pikra sabano washing machines no ne air conditioners afei aya chest freezers and I say we behia ne kan say fridges no aya water dispensers and TV na hisense and some time be out to everyday prices for everyday people tea and ama ye de aba showrooms no so doso na money is 0302550000 na on a hisense and penfono and some and come again you can't gain not what you so sir to say a drawing a juma pa Ghana fana jet way and some ababa busuan chamfa wesans wobana enom bema no so no me and a broma chasamo council sama emanuma kama wo your ban watinka sam no enom awa chiri ye de beba fie ama chasane manum ya no also one support come for your bema so a wo ben dio kama be gina so na also no what chasa wo bema mu say wo bi asise no ana jaw ensom abamo jo hwanye and what you say bia crumbs and how na ebia wo so so da bia no wo bon sanu sanso ayan say eye jaw ana wo tia drawing aya gan helba mixture ene agan helba capsules no ene bedi wa kachina mu amasanya do wani nyina no what to asia kama ana asiatic no ene so ebeko babi atondro bia wo kwa wo benya bi enso ato 0500888830 na woni agan enso ankasa na best brand publication die woni say wo books no ye rating 5-star and also mo rating A1 essence wo can the leading publishing company and some our maimu ha eno aya best brand omo books no makatro say oban era senior higher babodi enso be kwakopa aya electives and corner nyina no enso adiama ban subject bia wo kwakoye anase bia course bia no obenya books enso adiama kwada no eba no JHS and akwada no so kwa say mathematics no aya integrated science afei aya English language and career aya technology creative art ni na no obano so ebenya bi na afei wono so asia basics no so 1 to 6 whole books bano languages no so your French our scientific wo mo ga fante krapim chi ensom eshem ana preschool no anom ana ye kan say ya crutch ana say nursery ana say aye keji akuna na de no wo benya bi na broma bano so dache aye kama pa na oduo pankro no abed la Posada hotel wo ma chia eho ana best brainer wa wono so aye juma 0507 200 best brain abeje we so manable fast food and pizza and B aba seven kama is ye ko weekend na sa make nyame armotena we be yan wedding eno ye fie de traditional one eba so Saturday jansom aba so eho ana chese bia refreshment ana chese diaka buffet nom eno nyina aba so ni ano no aye fried rice ana sa jollof rice fama MB afa aye pizza so ana aba so tasty bia nyina no MB adia no sa no de mama bonie oye adwuma ewo kronom a chese na branches no ensom ekika konkro ene edu so oye adwuma pa na number no we were friend was 0249 030830 MB aba josuna for delivery and some adamana solak enemy kwama no ne na Zedman Plus aba capsules no eye per panya we yasesem eye instant obete dena ade instant eye chesa amunum wa etu capsules no no ma amunum wa na chesa wote de o kompam akwa mema sem ama chesa chesa power bememu awu boost eye sexual will drive no ama sisiade aba ko amza you na wo to pana wo to amza obeto to ni pana fama wifi ensom anya jo pawe eni susan so bone e oni padua no so 0245616028 na Dr. Solomon and also amuzu have food question of the day and I do so on na Dr. Muzu Adaroma have food no dem say dance no obedia na omo start use be dia dance pa am say boy pa na amuzu have food udware kwana so honam keka wadroi eno so ebediwa kage no mu kama besa ma otini no enso funa efefe kama na o stay in their prime as someone jan and as Adebayo when na ebetena bench when na ko bench
Well, I don't tell you the way Kwajo Mensa Inkum Wilson say for mummy no ball for national team do be pick Janemum club football be ko for Adebayo and what they about Pedro Madina say start Adebayo bench Asamoah Gyan baby and no Ray Rudiger Jr. say obe bench Janu and what they about where Mohamed Salah Gali say our bench baby Jet John Wesley say obe bench Adebayo Foster Asare say obe bench baby Jet Asamoah Gyan and Vincent Isaac who's Adebayo is far better than Asamoah Gyan. Yate Kwame Wazaru say share live from Morocco Casablanca ono de oba bench ene Adebayo pa and one so every aba ene anupi fancy.
Okay, well BW68 93C 771 BW68 93D 368 BW68 93D 968 BW68 93D D9B BW68 93E 096 Anasa Syria Yachiremeno. Executive producer say, I don't cross free Yawada Kofiada. Now, I feel crying every day. Saki. Also, one of the Akufianam Zoo, Massa, Yabra, BNC, I don't so Monfa, Yabroom, Edian, Wontumi, Ghana, and Yonko Ghana, and the other sort of Mubians. I don't know, Kitao, Sana Day. Oh, yeah. We cry. Yeah, come on it. Yonko. Sharak Yanko for him, Ramakram, Jakura. Adea. I mean, Ade. I'm going to pray.
Mama Yanguine, whom I ye, Edian. Aye. Mama Yanguine, whom Edian. Todi Yashach, Rula Kadesh, Shamak Israel Yehuwa Elahenu Yehuwa Ekat, Ri Ahata et Yehuwa, Elohika Bika Luvika, Uvika Naveshika, Uvika Miyodika, Todi Yashach, in English, in the name of Jesus.
Amen. Discipline throughout the game now. Or what you had from Sebno. Shut yo. Daniel Mohan na kana mebeka.
Ubasi ni basa
na me wi am kokubasi 2 minutes.
Mate na me bezao.
Yo, Daniel Mohan. What's the day me define a hybrid profile actually? So share those profiles no one kwenya coach or power someone ya ube ko extinct or probably ube free bonum as also ni faso. But so kwenya coach ya or till profile na say ya na or you so effectively. Or no coach bebe use no 8 obe use no 10. Obe use no force 9. Obe use no second striker. Obe you know different roles. He has a capacity to go wide and wide in the channels. This guy Daniel Mo. Also, I can't send the profile.
Latest, I mean, you're MC Barcelona, Massadia, the mobile chairman to the day. I'm there with the Sikana, Unkuasa, now Washishabo, now I face what Boo Alpha and Telekrana was Rebio. I had Joe, I didn't know being a son of the Yasabi and Yamabo, be anymore. Now, Menu Castellano, Pastor Son of Pemba to Jassa Barcelona, Man City rejected or more of family choir. Yes, Man City expected a year to Bonsa Mobile Pejadi anymore. Bonsa the second one, Abba, a new a young Man City expectation. I'm a breaking news, and also Bonsa once again. Man City has rejected a year bid for Rodri. Remember, so 2 years back, and somebody must start a church. That's a more so sorry. I do the Amunta Chukuna, maybe the Duana, maybe the own Saminano, and some Banana, Famiko, and you take Yana, and Mamma, and you Galatasaray, one Timino, says a report. I mean, Sakana Safta, Madame Tukanani as a player. Your father said Victor Simon, and you'll be offer Sunday. And Camilla say, a beer con hope, and no, Yabatesa, Galafon Pon say, woman night. Emo Simon and Kobabia and Fao and Sabia and Lencaris Bass and Yamua. One more and watch Ebimo and Lencaris and yes, Kobasabia player. Your father said Nico Jackson Aqua, Ebia Chelsea and Timino and some number to me at the player. Your father said, I Simon a burning now. Report and Sanka and Jamaian and Nano pay and some other searchers. Galafona say Aquadano on Kobabia and Nonqua. Who said Galatasaray as our player beer. Your father Bagus Alpa. Young mass, and also no one of so much as a buy and for sale sansa, woman me and Anna Chesamo Kono, woman me and Thomas Yakano, who call a Yomasoya Clamano, woman person and your fellow Darsan Osbeck, Anna warrior to Gayaso Penny, Wateki, a your firm stance essay, and Konami and Kobabia, and no, and some other free Galafra bar, Yarasan Common and Yato for an anno pay, and some our show so on himself, Yamaya. Duma aye next year ana FIFA wo so abatu no ababasona and Komodia yedi kan tibi ama sambia wasa wutibia no already no yedi kan some at the more now so the abarada na also panina ye fono Gianni Infantino asese no wo ba sam na emsam amafo say wo mo withdraw or support and what na no ba catch say wo ko aye Asia Europe or CONCACAF akọ aye chese UEFA o mo nyina say wo mo withdraw or support and pay the Urban Ireland and no I just a Republic of Ireland the American coming in answer woman football association some a day woman statement and so abba now statement to Ireland FA and some other supporter woman can ma opening sir Yansan Toros Wanafe one of president no woman say almost withdraw almost support area free and Gianni Infantino na Jomo can in say woman say man send a new man PP and I just some come abaso and said ye the Jumadi so calling no woman to pass a raising significant concerns at the far a governance at home and you one and what as concerns at the aye transparency and what about Sabia meaningful consultation Sabia so ya gena on kwawontra kokom anya anyway nim komo bia wo consult otiase wo mo se di opani yan man say no etresa lack of meaningful aye consultation and untino o de ani papani ni ebedi aye o man ni mu a wo man no esi apunie wo man ne bra woman safa and into no amara draw woman support woman man na obakaya and somewhere else starting in Africa the full support Africa for what we know some almost support a young Fantino no buy and some sent to Quadai. Namame a calf, young president, your fellow Patrice Mosepe, answer and your president Edin Como, Musana Chasana Denom a fly on the sky, Rob Harris and a Dinkoma, Rob Ebisansa says a full fanuma Guswa Kosuya, Infantino pressure and some Tabano Sodumus on resign, one Fian Kunyano son or good a FIFA and some animal say any Adriano, a Dina Patrice Mosepe and some other career for calf a president say young night China Krakasa a trouble in the draw one will be in India in China young nana about to one sua na a better Sabio Penin about to us and answer on to us young Tia Patrice Mosepe and Coma one of skies a Rob Harris a D.
You've got to be very careful. You know, there are elections taking place next year. Shouldn't we allow that process to continue and let the 211 members decide? I mean, there are many times when I want the candidate to win, doesn't win, whoever wins, I've got to support him. So, you know, let's. I get too many telephone calls from too many member associations worldwide, and what I like is to focus on the unity, the cooperation. How do we continue to develop and grow football in the midst of the challenges we have? Deal with those challenges. We will resolve them and we'll move on.
Can they be resolved with Gianni Infantino still president?
Well, as I said, let the people decide. If there are candidates who want to stand against him, put up their names. I mean, that's the right thing. He's been loyal to African football. He enjoys the support of Africa. When I sit with my leadership and we look at the world, be careful. Every part of the world starts off by looking after its own interest. You've got to be very careful.
So penny and fanasa a year Patrice Mosepe or no and some other sort as omwa woman your drum and I'm more drum support more draw a young support ring and will be our interest one of some Adam Timuya but no show you one of the a caution and what them to say Obama will be ever down Sabia draw support any idea young massa election day and Lunafe young Sabia Infantino Benya Kunyana D and also Panino one of some abɛhwera akonya no ana ɛno ayɛ sɛ deɛ bɛsi akɔ akyɛ sɛ wo nkɔmɔ no nyinaa no yɛde ɛma yɛkyɛmfo ɛna no pɛi ɛnsom awɔ show no so shark yɛntwam na yɛnkɔ ɛyɛ Italy ɛne no mmɔnten so ɛ na ma me ɛyɛ Jed Spence yɛkasa yi Jed Spence ɛne Inter Milan deɛ no mabɛka wɔ asɛm de akyerɛ wɔ World Cup no mu ɛne ade ɛnsom ade bɛna from Italy dɔmo ka no nyinaa no sɛ ɛbɛtumi aba sɛ wɔtena ɛyɛ Friday ɛna akyɛ sɛ player yɛfa no Spence ɔno no medical no ɛno nso abɛkɔ so interfo no wɔn nso wɔ schedule sɛ nyame yɛ no wɔtena ɛna wɔn sɛ boy ne ɛbama doctors ɛnso efiri no na yɛhwɛ sɛ bi akotodwa no ɛyɛ okay akoma no nso ɛbɔ adwuma yi ana sɛ bi apra bi ɛhyɛ baabi ɛne adeɛ sansa already ɔmo no boy no wɔn awɛkyɛ 3 million euros a year ɛno ɛyɛ agreement ɔmo akɔ ɛna until 2031 and medical the about it what no and a woman can say we are born so medical no and no and some ababasua and no I Jed Spence at the end another panel yet urban and what according to Coakrata your father sir Gazzetta dello Sport woman and so the abana jomo can say Inter and I say David Fratesi one corner uncle medical and some amabobokua your father sir Laxo de Bianco Celestina Lazo for a fan says, Domain said, you can, and some loan, na loan, Lazio, ever 1 million euros. I'm Inter Milan, not just a patience to buy, no, ever to me a done obligation, and say, Sir Ebia, so now I was saying to no train, Woman Tresca, and some Ama Inter Milana, Sika was a Lazio, Etria, Edma Inter, ever 14 million euros. Some month to the bar, woman, son, Ejina, Noma
mmienu so na saa conditions ɛyɛ mmienu na ɛbɛgyina so no ɛwɔ sɛ deɛ di kan boy no ɛbɔ bɛyɛ 25 matches ɛma ɛyɛ Lazio ɔbɔ 25 matches a na ɛsɛ box baako ateke ɛne wɔkyi number 2 ɛnsom ɛne sɛ Lazio qualify anaasɛ mpo yɛbɔ season wie na 1 to 10 wɔn finish ɛnsom ɛwɔ top 10 mu a na ne yɛkyɛ sɛ number 2 no ɛno nso box no ateke ɛti kwan bia so wɔn ne saa nneɛma mmienu no ɛna ɛbɛgyina so na wɔn ɛyɛ move no ababɛ obligation ɛwɔ abɔne nta ɛsɛre ahyɛ mu sɛ daakye biara kɔba sɛ Fratesi ɔyɛ obi a wɔn nsa yɛ kora na wɔn biribi ntia na sɛ ɔbam na sɛ bia ne mɔne pagya na wɔkyerɛ bi Lazio ɛyɛ sɛ ɔmo twa a ɔmo mfa nhyɛ ɔmo tirim na ɔmo mfa nhyɛ mu na ɔmo nkae sɛ Inter Milan ɛbɛwɔ 50% resale ɛno ɛnso ayɛ kyɛ sɛ percentage a wɔn nso abɛgye ɛwɔ saa move no mu a yɛda ɛyɛ saa nkɔmɔ no nyinaa no ɛnso adama ɛnɛ yɛrim sɛ Lukaku wakɔkɔduru ɛyɛ Farnabonte ɛno nti abiam ama Napoli for no wɔn nkɔmɔ mu di sɛ wɔn pa akwadaa no a yɛfɛ no sɛ Benoit Badiashile wɔn wia no sa ɛnɛ ɛyɛ yawa dadeɛ mɛ nsɛ kan sɛ meya no nkɔmɔ ɛbɛsa nkɔ so wei ɛyɛ new talks ana Napoli wɔn ne Chelsea nso ɛbɛnya na wɔn di nkɔmɔ no ansa Chelsea ɛsɛ wɔn demande 30 million euros ana mpo ebia Napoli for no so de ɛyɛ 20 ɛbɛnkyɛn na yɛbɛbɛ sɛ bi wɔn tena se na wɔn kasa sɛ bi aseɛ bɛyɛ adwuma no asɛ mpo ɛyareɛ sɛ Napoli nso bɛtɔpe app no yɛbɛyɛ sɛ bɛsi akɔ ɛyɛ nano ɛna mde bɛto twa sɛ AC Milan ɔmo ɔna no yɛfɛ no Jerry Cardinal na Jerry Cardinal ɛnso ɛyɛ obi a ɔbɛba na ɔba a wɔne Ruben Amorim ɛbɛyɛ meeting na ɔmo transfer no ɔmo take stock deɛ mensa ka no sɛ na wɔpani no anya aba bɛduro na ɔmo se meeting no ɛnyɛ coach no nkwankwa na ɔbɛhyia no na sɛ Jerry Cardinal ahyia ayɛ Amorim na mo kasa players na dia woso ba dia woso ko ebia ba bi woso mo augment ene san yoma ni no omo ye wi a yese obehia goalkeeper Mike Menyo wo ba se hia midfielder ye fa na Adrian Rabiot esense na ye kasa yi wo ko Milan amonte so a ementem yenu am se AC Milan supporters no omo bo fu omo pa ensom aye Mike Menyo ene Adrian Rabiot adera na mo afọ World Cup no omo konti ye kra wo mo return to a camp Lamine Yamal a training and what omo ka wan biem just Fabian Ruiz nom ani ade wo mo konti World Cup no kwan omo nsumi na so be sine Mike Menyo ese omo man extended time onyamai Adrian Rabiot esum onyamai mo hotel place na so my mo to say dem na mo ji kuru a mo mpesa mo beba ama AC Milan supporters no wo mo so abu fu ama Jaminya no se meeting no eno so abakoso wa bona no pe no ye dene am tetane komona eno so akane na ne teba na Paris Saint-Germain team no Shadrack Sanko anopa fo dene na mame aye manager Fan Luis Enrique asem no kan no there was a shame because as someone me kai me kai last season Champions League no crown woman ni baby am be catch us PSG for ya debia woman say almost susu say Adena Madrid ayabi am be sine am say dia pass be as repeat obi ensom abaya bi no woman so say omo be Champions League no woman je atroso me and so after the game many jananu tom waka onti and yam say fi we Madrid now shisha wo shisha kwa wo ye Barcelona wo shisha utima wo shisha kwa wo ye Arsenal utobia mabra wo boka tuku esa se kwa bia so wo mo say for the third time in a row wo mo eba so mo say o can say no e mane nyo say bia in the confidence akosro dabi ayo mo mentality coach ekasai
I talked about trying to win the third Champions League in a row. It means maybe a little bit of too much confidence, but yeah, that's our mentality. We try to be ambitious. We try to feel that we can do it. And yeah, we are a team who won the last two Champions League in a row, and it means we can do the third one in a row. It's going to be very difficult. We don't want to be selfish, but it's our ambition and our goal. I talked about trying to win the third Champions League in a row. It means maybe a little bit of too much confidence, but yeah, that's our mentality. We try to be ambitious. We try to feel that we can do it, and yeah, we are a team who won the last 2 Champions League in a row, and it means we can do the 3rd one in a row. It's going to be very difficult. We don't want to be selfish, but it's our ambition and our goal. I talked about trying to win the 3rd Champions League in a row. It means maybe a little
Man of the match award enwa womu wie sa ye cup game omo bon super cup akoda ne na adwuma ne akoda ne ma adwuma popana ensentwani ni busano sa na ade na ya esama mo ase dabia no mani abre mo besa mo chibibi mo besa mo chibibi ade amu ye ansa ph foi mo settle for less crowd and so sa no mo tio mo say hwere say this season yo mani nyina no abesa kwose de a call last season yintra player you follow deserve to after so no a man of the match award almost secure a UEFA Super Cup no boy no ekasai
keeps the hunger alive within this squad to keep on winning trophies.
Sorry?
What keeps the hunger alive amongst the players to keep on winning trophies?
We are always hungry, we want more, like I said after the final in the Champions League. We want more, we are really ambitious. We are a young team, and we want to win everything this season again.
We've already seen such a high level. Can you go even higher this season?
Of course. We always can improve.
What keeps the hunger alive within this squad to keep on winning trophies?
Sorry?
What keeps the hunger alive amongst the players to keep on winning trophies?
We are always...
No, I kakre free, I kwatane fanasa, I due asore banano parfait yanko Bradley Bakola swena. Mame, I Shadrack, mame player fanasa Bakola na. Yonsa on Lewis Campos, onsa Obakaya. Boy ne baba saying a jama ayabobo fanasa Paris Saint-Germain Lewis Campos. Ono ene demu tintimai edi akwadano so baye. Na omu match and opedia me de baye me be a trasa akodano ebetimi an join boboku a ye from say Liverpool ebeba so ewa bra answer na bibia kire say bia boy no enka Liverpool amo plan so omunye na say do was bomb aya Luis Campos ama opani no enso pattern awo na chi wasanti ano sa ase menu din kra no o sari ade no enso asi kwa na chesa akodano wo opani ni din kra o say na odi amamen jump na ma flight no red answer flight na private jet na wo mo booking on way enu ne me dasepa na flight wo onu mo bani na farsa Marcelo Butler na Marcelo Butler wono ana di kamba report e ma bi atwa 9 years ago abeka sa Neymar free aye Barcelona akọ PSG ba yeso odi fo bi ani ani monyam woni kuro masa enso bo wa o se abu bi oda so mo si dinner tam no na Butler no oyobia on time report no report na sam na anu shipa na jet wenye womo enye excellent air na excellent air erisere bia wako aye capo air na mo private jet ere de wujuma na wokwa rent here dominion no itinerary ere ma flight way and some and say flight no ebetu nyame ya duma emsem another coach na so ebetu enempo na later in the day etua won say aye from aye achasa Barcelona ebeko Paris na efi Barcelona ekodu Paris flight no ebe rest ebe jina home na 5 hours later from Paris one san fenani ntra Barcelona from Paris no wonom agina ni ba kire aye Blackpool na sa Blackpool ana flight no ababa na sa ni atu it is a Abia from Torres Equa. Now 5 hours later, the same flight and some other Bradley Bakola, every Paris, Abba Blackpool, Nessa Liverpool, one wordry, Sana, Omobasam, Omususu Nunti, and I may be and also Abasana, Amamophobia, and some over to the other say, oh, sir, Liverpool for woman in the same company, excellent air, and some attire Jumapa, Sabia, you play a big bam and Abba Saya, one more time rente, a jet bina, and also akwakofa omo target ensom ade abantenye said the frontiers ebe call ayo paridia ene agya ye twama atonkwan mu wi amontwana mo fa akoda ne mreye omo beso mo chese enom aye seri ade no so besi akwa ye de aye update be sase ye kase no bibia trose nyan watena ne medical ensom adaba so awo PhD sebe ya boy no so ngati wasiano na afi woro so akos aye adwuma no dia maklaba ye fa no sanjam nempo bakola ensom aba ni na ye kakra ensom na fum enter banana peno e show no so na ye mo so biem na bobo kwava no sauta aye vigo no osasuna wo no ana bobo match day 1 awala league ne mum na jebe na open say La Liga mpon for the announcement aba say South Africa no Osasuna wo mu game no wo mu postpone enya maso aye weekend as planned na dint o sem on too much no ensom area sheda no say yes pitch no condition enye na pitch a osan ka bia boss ball a chese wo call aye South Africa for fear one of some chese enye kra into my game no ade free weekend ensom ade call aye Duma next week Thursday and I say yeah what I know I get 27th of this month and I say came no one some area kwa share a demo and so aba ya wada ya La Liga and for no one some area ba na Real Madrid almost process and ya bad cry also so far 4 matches ba kupa no ma draw and come here say dia kan na ya win dia won am say a problem kakra na man for say answer no boy dia na na bonum modoma no fam any adoma me catch us Joseph say omaja players ema kuma ko 5 e wa kire Jude any Mbappe no any ade wo mu treni Diamond no enti yenim sede san kona no nyina se omu twumadie ana omu som ani bobo pa omu semwa wo mu make difference ensom ade amatum no na Joseph ekan ema no me am say na two drama me catch you say Mary Jane say we are Madrid afana for team say this is La Liga no especially moko aware they say dem better who pa say bia Madrid dugu mu shawata mu hie mu ba hu pa no mo say mu pra na ba ko bi tom say Kim oh I don't know apuru no mato a chese no no e be ya dwuma na no ani a chese e money anya danyina na be fe especially our bra mako awenti manager no some ade buy na de amena amanfo some e ka bia no say Kamavinga enwo motompo awo La Coruña na chesanya bad kra wonu so mo bobo nyina no ayare sa Kamavinga no nya the highest rating awo game mo amo be so mo chesa kama so ya dwuma o engam bia no ntina bia Jose no ensom abeso hwa akoda no yesere be a boy no som abeste na fe wonom akoswa ya dwuma sisi wei ensom anyama tim no na Rodri adia no de ne nyina anim ene say Jose Eyobia wopo Rodri pa ema later me am say na batu twasa am say manager ne fusa so ma nya boy ne kra na enyo problem ha dwe bibia nsi na league ne kra na still now no Madrid ebetumi a fight Madrid eba compete e wo season mu abra wo mu ne abra ntama so Rodri ene kra de athletic amode ba no wo mu ba so mo chese Jose no e wo so nya Rodri ankope bat ene omo report to say one shadow who Rodri Sebia or your priority sa Ebia Spain and as Spaniard eka prioritario not to say Nipano shanya priority emano ye kebia the most pressing need dene sesia ye kasei Ebia here Madrid pa say e was so mu dwabuom adinu pa krokro ba woman de baba enye Rodri say baby aba junior say na omoro potene boy no and some ababe kakre na no pay no and no abana Rodri na ye kan was na no fanama me because Rodri come no make catch on no pay say Man City woman rejected Barcelona bid amade call ye no so mu demand by 80 million euros so when so Barca call no woman say kobiem ama no pay ya me ba shase ya and breaking news aba say Man City asa rejected Barcelona woman latest offer of 55 million pounds. Barca call 50 million. And I'm rejected here. Nanka Man City expect Barca Aqualatia was bay from 50. More about 60 million pounds. Barca Baya, one of some 5 million top up. Well, I'm going to 55. And a latest offer 55 million pounds. And also Barcelona, City, I rejected. Na Tiam Komane. Man City sources and it's just insider and come trust yes I see the important for I catch a word to say Adjawayama club and into omani so into amunya say one may be a dance man bonnie be at no chinabi when we class aina city there or almost banyani adena almost no woman of Barcelona a good relationship and to the moment to me I and ya boy I bass and say born in tier na omen to aye Barca for say some of us are achieving a dream say we are born a ball and you am Barca dia and you road dray but we catch your Barca for no convince FC Barcelona na among 70 million pounds no emra ebiem yes city penny ba ko say muntie no cry road through 30 years I can one season on a contract so into the and no answer say na muntie ye say Ukasabia City demanded 70 million pounds and into Omanya 4 Nessa Wilson on Man City and in ye Nahadia boy no Orafi Namia watch a ballon d'or and tell you Yanka and Fianum and a Yanka and Fiatu. Now we are watching Ballon d'Or and now we are World Cup of Crossway. Nipona was over 30 years no teams are by baby one the Sanchez best player of the entire tournament and to catch them as 30 years 1 year on a contract so watch a Ballon d'Or and was Sanchez best player at the World Cup and then a chance of buying was it is a wood 70 and a fair price a nominal government me I got Barca and when you I'm a maker say Man City front of the far and your road tree so such Tiamento ayana masa say na aircom say no and also I update about Man City woman catch up as for someone in them some per road tree dia mom twetwa manase because omoye na koye late our transfer market no 70 million pounds in craba City because I don't know one couple replacement aba one some abajis kakase and no ababe a free bobokua you find some Man City and a boss at Genemo and some other banana peno I was shown so Jules Kunde after Sano Pemaka say the agent a meeting and our Barcelona and Palifono and open an America one of the Banadio Canasa Kundes one could be what am also to tente one say over to David Uncle Baby Accra now I'm so cost one ball and some other boss info and then said on a manager relationship and I am beyond now one Kundes some other so stay and what if Famico Atletico Madrid one training grounds now Sayno Adamola Lukman was switching the JC last season was 22 Wachenji and also 11 Ebiasa JC number 11 numbers Eddie Ebu Fanya Gro Crantebia number no and some number Ebu Pana Julian Alvarez Barca for Mudia Sandy Munye na Alvarez Makapi and was a training now Henwa Bibi and Chesabi Alvarez and so da Suban Bonnie be at the Wayad Pa now training no only your fan rondos said be a chum so jinamwa na we born we are born out jinamono Alvarez ejinam amacha say rondos no and some juma pa na enuma cost no na nkomo according to report from the Amedema Onano Pen say boy no I can pay a coach and after training ama coach no so can try to say a club matter and in some a club no anabachira no yes coach no akọ so catch akoda no say onu oluzi ono Alvarez na and your season across Atletico Madrid jaibo say oluzi Branema Barcelona bibi no Manchester Atletico betimi a compete this season said ye wo some sipano no eno ye one and what Alvarez so dia no I was so kohu Angel Hill Marin and the Descase with the brown Simeonia one of the coach keke na coach there and here to me a bear no wa we be catch us I ko anasa me ma unko ono de we be nya nanka wotena nanka wo bo because ohian malaga crowd bo it is a wo person wo ko catch Hill Marin ono so na no wo de fu twa na so se ye ko adwuma nura ba ye na ho kase yo because on be so no obi abedi nkomo na wo na virus no ade bi wo so ye bia no player na yo na ekwa so time no and one edile kwa chire one hwe ya bounce afoi ebe drin atse no ababe update and so latest ebe na no pay no ye de ma me kan Arsenal wo munya Mark Bill amope ma Atletico for wo defender no na demenya no say Sir Andra Beta also so no boy no pa na ono kwa no start a contact Atletico for no Emma Omadin come about yes a club no response and say one must start this season boy no omo hia no che obi a Mark Bill e obi omo nka say wo ton nti omo nyi omo ni e tire say Arsenal e de reject and some ho na Gabriel Jesus I was wo kono mete say we reject a Super League na say we reject club say free a Turkey e by we reject omo nti Napoli diana me be ka say Lukaku ekwa wono some abetimi adwane Napoli no da som mu abibi a chese bi akoda no so move no nyame ya doma eno som abetimi abaso ye kan no Jeremy Doku said ye can some weeks ago so about extending the contract no about the official the announcement about because Nansen Cry who say shooting the promo video to no shoot at order until 2031 and Jeremy Doku why extend the contract no and some other kwa ye dey update about ebiom transfer ba kunye Mansuri for chinchina twan wama fa Enzo Fernandez me no kasai Enzo say obaso ko na eno Jaro bedru say Chelsea for say 120 million pounds no mo deadline ay Friday 5 o'clock UK time enumera medema enano pay na tie onse 120 no Chelsea nya so mo te so kura da o because amoso ko so mo ko replacement ya be similar fee tomorrow womu dimano bani de womu nyina na akwa mu da because coach no woni akwada na kasa ana boy no so chese ebi onya obeko eni se eba so nkwa because city for no womu se ade bi o so mo ye ema manager for no Enzo Maresca eye successful bi ano womu so abeya internet chinchina boy no womu de beba 120 na hade city for no say enti no mo pressure ama Rodri so wanya ntem and is a boss at Japanese 70 million omo betua and na ye kasai Tijani Reinders and you be Al Qadsia e was Saudi Arabia omo so come on omo di and duru atire pa Tijani Reinders obakwa kopeska and so our Saudi league no about to say womo ton kwada ne mienu a sika omo benya no e be raise almost 120 million pounds na and Chelsea demand for Enzo Fernandez nanka originally sanka sikapa Man City die woma kumam ankomode bra Chelsea 80 million pounds Chelsea for so mon fan ko ba kaw unu ma kaw mon ko ba kaw na mon twime ko bi da mon fari o probi player no to sa kira bo 80 million pounds almost mon fan ko ba kaw na mon twime tutu ko bi nto so na mon 120 no wama sa the deadline atu so de mon tra mon ya do enom aba se ba bia won som aba be true and so I do no more na Manchester United captain your friend Bruno Fernandes and yes Juro for na prepare o ana AC Milan and some anyambre Galacradi renka debia me beka ba player no and Manchester qualify Champions League ana bibia so no Manchester Bruno and some other so call and him ana bia Curtis Jones and so adiano Inter Milan any bebre after the minya sam Interfono and so ba all out celebrate akwadana your father say Curtis Jones and I say no one some betimi assign boy no and some adana ba ama chese no aye kakra e from ade banana pay awo ye njumadi so ye brano ko ye nyina so na fe ye mfensina ye na mehwem.
So in terms of registering players na dear by omitma easily, but I think Okasisi a challenge more. I really doubt that. They are only trying to find their way around deals and get value for money, which to me, ɛhɔ no na mene new team no nyinaa yɛ adwene sɛ Anthony Gordon na ɔnyɛ priority ba menim sɛ bia no mo nim sɛ Bayern Munich bɛfa ne nti a ana mo so yɛ ne ntɛm
wɔsɛ na Bayern so no na wie
ana Bayern were not going to pay 80 million euros. No. Bayern no try 80 million euros.
I'm saying it's no money player no.
Every. But Bayern were not going to pay the 80 million euros to Newcastle United. What must say? Come no bono kukwasa sa. What is? No bono kukwasa sa na nkomonya. So baby a new team na say on your priority. Also akwa kutua 80 million.
Sisi ya mo bi Barca ni bi nso de ba say Rafinha no so ya dan injury prone no.
Yes.
On the left one am money ato no so no.
Because ya na atwe no.
Yeah. Say ade yemra meto so emfemfia. Si ZDM say transfer market no sika sem of ma na wa pe wa ka obi na wa bo me say bibia e find it.
Oh, nyame adu bibia e boko o club ato bi ana.
Me ana. Me say sign is there bi pa.
Mo top target saka. Motua
Morgan Rogers Yetua Yetua Maxons La Croix
Motua ana Motua Morgan Rogers na mo say Tua Pelestra
yes ana Yetua Pep Chavaria
mo say Tua Chavaria
ana wo team Tua
na be say teams ni bi Tua wu na say
mo kutia wo benkum so ye
e bi so Tua
ba so Tua de open bia wo
na ho na abo ba say di ya no say me mo ba say di da bi me mo ba say di e me premier to asem
mo forest me na mo to mo ye okay
mo ye nya okay kra because yes you Tua bia yes asem na make
okay
because ye ntimi Tua because you feel say ebo na de dodo e bi so akoho e bi so akonoke do no I want so
and I want 50. Oh, you rejected. No bounce 55. New now here there.
New thing.
Oh, here to yakono de o.
New thing. No pa.
New some very fine. Boko. 100 na me di. Ba na pama. Me nya bia nam de ama.
Ai.
Are you so?
Mike na ha me.
Hey, Jordan, are you need the lap so much?
Jordan me jene so. Last time
the lap so so.
Last time try na me call abo so mentimi anko
Highlanders but the labs also chiao
the lab o chiao e
oh me ne kasa o tinta so na ai o chiao pa
o de oyo officer no just say na mbeka
o say the door no
wow pre
Mike say be I find it
hansi nyame adom de ya kam
the radio say o de aba bedru and so o say and I make it post be o me ex no so and I say Steris Peribus.
Hey,
Chelsea be show bia.
Chelsea where?
E be show bia. Wo share ya and abo draw. Ni say na bad day.
League no more question one money na na.
Me dey who be there fine. You can belong to the championship.
Hey,
but so who Premier League no mun kwa there.
Hey, yo, last season you say o ka we ya o.
Anya no credit. Last season you put video ba.
You go there.
Maras can no ni nti odi America say o corner den because no say City adwuma ne da ho. One match Chelsea season anko yi.
It will be
this season. Wo share ya na bad luck and as a bad day at the office.
Hey,
Koni maybe as simple as ABC 2026 season yen kasampate yen kasanche. New.
You never advice it you.
Kasampate ya. Yo. So far no African Kwana into me confident in stating out on no reason or back Jenny Fantino and on back the Jenny Fantino akofadi aba football no and the pay and our best story I catch say Patrice Mosepe as the only election between Amaya who upon Jenny Fantino the fate as FIFA boss democratically. That's a very rightful statement to make as a confederation head. Na Africa yaya who for kakra or yaya nyatwum oh yenim ye tutu anamo according to Europe for no conference tutu amanamo and yema be brain yaya football mu a who say ya jatum say you follow mo o tutu amana na yatu nan but there hasn't been a decision, key decision via Africa because I were intercepted. But that's just by the way. When person say time no be there are other important stories. Bakola na Paris Saint-Germain is stressing pa and you were telling us more frustrated our club room and that he wants to move and I say person stay no who the echoes in Paris Saint-Germain. team na Enrique are building na efin range na come on Ebase he really wants to go with the hunger of the squad. Make sure as a Champions League, you know, Zidane I be paying the free pit, you know, no so bet me I'm a PG4 or bet trying all out. Desired way, as a swab by Shena Simon Mokina. I was a squad, no money didn't come over community and say, be a more Shakoyan Fasoa. I'm betting me a defend the Champions League for the third time, just as Zizou, a Yama, Real Madrid. Look. But Paris Saint-Germain General, make us say easier, but a way possible. So me, I did the third one. No. Now game winner you actually start on. I to say, car yechi. A turbiya driver now one nimuno. Weather no, or who said any more kusu and was slow down kakra. Or turn was now one navigate a bono. Or couldn't remove the hard with Tiaso. Odu baby a Rams ewa na watonobo odu baby na ya bosia abo ohun sa abo na twaka ase no
yes
and so ya driver ni awo kwan afa so abo no so so funny different from Kota, a different from Futuro, a different from Ateche, but you always need to negotiate your time out. Sana football country na kwakoye a baby drew you know near defensive game no na a rini and now ti Helio Herrera ne sa microphone ne katanachu mo wa onu
Wontumi
Katanacho and Renew who defends better over Fabi and Asa Fabi. But game way at some point you know, who attacks better as also Ababe dominated power. And then I asked for the Dutch football at the Rasi and then I Spain for no Asumubi. But talking about the Latin game, the Portuguese game, the Brazilian game, it has always been the blend of physique, technique, and collective football. Meka Brazil for Meka Latin football no. And every time okay Kasanse in some way so I G2 say a counter attacking football pandia South America, North America, or we a specialist. I did a free possession, my Egyptian club. Paper, they don't have time. Apart from they not having time, you know, naturally, a more profiles are you know the North American and North Africans, also assume South Americans, you know. Na didn't make you want to fan come away when you say or story away and say Jose Mourinho say or permit further or what wide range of roles. Another word for would you what kind of versatility. Just what to be both 6 or to be sub 8 to be here so about 2 the manual but we said Nakobo 2
to Anya Rodria
into Anya Rodria and Yashi. Now this is the conversation. What in Rodri position, you know? Rodri so they are a specialist role. Apart from 6 in Obono, almost shame out bio. Joseph saw when yet or no, and Konya no uncope. But when ye no, ope, method our wide range of roles. What's a Busquets? Oh no. So super apart from 6 position bear now, Busquets boy who no bio.
Wow.
Anytime or before from a situational BBSC as a choco record be center back or the American injury biaba will be a prayer kwa jeans one no a solid question center back but he's a specialist DM. Omo baby encounter red so who so baby for frana. It is always the 6. Jose Mourinho say when you be opedo beti about 6 so beti about 8 no beti about 2 dia man except Thomas Partey dia bi patcho what you say Essien dia bi patcho what you say Valverde dia bi Philip Lam dia bi Zanetti dia bi Zanetti no Jose about 2 Jose dia about 6 wide range of roles other one no or say up a greater mobility how do Jose bebre greater mobility omo extinct. It's so extension on just the chrono a yako. But football they acquire saba. A bar no my bet modify mu game no my relevant. And connected to fullback and do halfway like one what is also this is no jam coin. Gary Neville mo type no mo free game no e bi na Wan Bissaka na Manchester for say onkonanim na say ya check Wan Bissaka game no he's been forced to readjust his game eti possessions bi ho no ya na ekọ yo box to box no kokakra box to box no ekọ kakra now a be an amount for a referee box to box midfielders how they functioned box no me advice my kan ya no box no any opponent in the box no ojo kwan ya no follow as the last attacker but mo ball no be say di akiri diaba he has the energy to connect the two boxes eti most of the coaches na ya na a defensive focus no omo put those midfielders in the game no pa and today me catch Michael Ballack the type of midfield now bono Joseph ope all action mobile midfielder o twema kan go formation na ball no start to play no by not fouling total recovery ball no ya de ekono Joseph Pesan Crawford bi by amoko box to box midfielders na kokakra somebody should help me how many box to box midfielders are in the game currently Valverde na be twitwa ho be sa bobo Valverde as a natural box to box but the draw now the game is changing its theme football in katanimu no ese obi ma team ne enyo no ye dey the theme of the game no especially in midfield asasa kakra ababeye more ball playing technical midfielders Shadrack Mbwame Paris Saint-Germain Bayern Barca Sankofu no omo a very similar template omo de ball no na omo squad necessary kakra it be come me differ Jose de hu nyina no me de be transition de Louis Enrique de num yaw hwe Bayern lineup no na hwe Paris Saint-Germain so lineup no e come yeni ne pele technical from goalkeeping department no Paris Saint-Germain you see different goalkeepers. On some of the mobile, ball play is yeah. But man, one year, I don't know why you're buying for now. Now come to the centre back or when about two or more in body before in McQueen small a type no. I didn't know Pamecano and Jonathan Tano. These are not rugged, off the ball centre backs. Sounded our can't go from Kwan. No, we're more technically only born so ball. But I'm not blended born with physique. Okay, McQueen was on your day. Now Jonathan Tasway. Check their laterals. The be a game no pan one as a son. Bind the no a 4-2-3-1. But o check we mo dia na a 4-1-2. Paris Saint-Germain dia no a 4-1-2. But bind the no a 4-2-3-1. Into mo one no gira defense any no. O dia na a playmaker o gira striker na chi Musiala. Medford no come na many woody 10 no butu no. O say Paris Saint-Germain dia ba ko na city.
There's a no Danny. And no Danny. Medford no Kwan Danny. Then getting closer to the final third, no Paris Saint-Germain body they kind of strikerless or false nine. But buying almost also bought the kind of natural centre forward. No mom, Hurricane is the most ball playing centre forward in the game currently. Yes.
It's virtually almost a system now a strikerless. Because Hurricane was sorry. And nothing that be a chance back about one can say. Hurricane born over fan center circle now. Ujai to what the man Luis Diaz, a Medford's job and over fast abon or Toma Luis Diaz, and Luis Diaz picking that ball no air converting into a center forward. These two teams, show me the leader of the global game currently. Almost style of play no when the deal as a ball and you must see when I'm the Jose Mourinho. Until Jose Mourinho when you in no, he will be forced to play Adagula. Jose Bono, what person what Tiasia, go back to the World Cup for France against Spain. National game the Medford technical players are very important. Ultimate mobile to go. So you need Medforders who will give you that control, stability, and ball retention. Decide when to attack and when to keep the ball. So when you draws Medforders, born about Papa, and until did you the chance confirm Manu Kone, Trameni, Adrian Rabiot, all those Medforders, you can keep the ball for 30 seconds. Manu Kone, Trameni, Adrian Rabiot, For how long can they keep the ball? Compare that to Spain. Kuku Raya say Rodri allows us to when to attack, when to keep the ball. It just he yes I feel the Senegal and home no. And I am telling you, extra where the game has to move, which angle artistically. Two clubs, Paris Saint-Germain and a Bayern. If you force me into another third club, the Barcelona so you know. Now Barca didn't mean support because of almost center forward, you know.
Europe no.
Say Europe not the center forward in there. And you know we no na akwa could do final no. They decided and yeah, check Barca so line up no. Unya ball play ni bi ho. Kubasi no. Jai Martin. And if anybody tells you say Kubasi honya dia, the person is wrong. And that is a blend. Oba FIFA. Only say me can buy there 4-2. Barca there so there 4-2. Pedri, Frankie de Jong. Now one akoye Femi no or Daniomu no. 4-2-3-1. Buying there 4-2-3-1. Now we there 4-1-2. You still have the 3-man combo. Honey and no Adrian and Asan your ja game no come anako. So want to be unprepared born here. And let me ask you this, yo. Coach Ben Madagula is important because no new lineup with Papa. There's one coach be or buy our year in a technical discussion table so other bad picture, especially as a deep lie, you know.
Ancelotti so Kramer no a Bobia.
Ancelotti you know a sort wide left. Alonso the neighbor deep. Because Alonso pe control on the ball no. On person the ball no be free 110.
I say Granit Xhaka Roni be.
Perfect. Oh say Granit Xhaka so left footed.
Yeah. Since I know say pe Xhaka and was say pe when put apart from Xhaka kwa no was say be naturally left footed and when ya no. And the bar Henderson so no. Na ba bia Adagula de ba no. Osaso oni bia no so Jose some pesa me for this no. Adagula be ma ball control, ball retention, obe yeah kaka so be so from say from nyomo mo no over the back so they ask why impress Jose technical team no.
Oni ball Jose be here no from distance no. But then oni ball open Madrid me for the crab ball no time open oja kwan o to be control game no ada no ka ho. Na Modric mame pa we no Modric mame pa the ball no or maybe at Madrid as a left footer me never to be a Guti ho asese na Guti adwene mu do oh the make no and now Guti so as a yanko on movie team no but Adano betimi dictate the tempo of the game how the game has to flow. Adano so a very good one so on the ball his qualities I feel Jose will need him but yeah without the ball, no, the physicality, no, mean who ye Adagula. And Jose loves the physical part of your profile. Jose call for about 90% technique. Ebio Zilli Di Maria mo. Oh, the American. Yet they even augmented game with speed and pace. Said Di Maria money with no pace in the balance physique in anyone. So I still feel say, but be a game no currently there. Paris Saint-Germain buying on Behadjane. Followed by Barca on Behadjane.
So boy, I want more Arsenal.
Who say Arsenal? Do you know? I'm only a very very different crowd. Arsenal, you do
okay. Watch baby be a game near combat, and yet see be a trophy Arsenal walker Europe and yes sir.
Oh, it's good you brought Arsenal into the conversation, but the person trying to say any era biano. Artistically,
so the case paper be influence Premier League in the style of play.
Yes,
I'm a be there from goalkeeper so no. Watch the direction of baby I say game near corner.
Leicester City winning a title no. What the idea be winning? Zidane winning Champions League me and or the idea be winning. Funny me no 2-3. I'm not saying say you can't win.
Yes.
Without a style or identity.
Okay.
You can still win without any identity. But era biano, your clubs be on moment defining the way the game has to be played, the style. Yana do no a person abominable. And I am saying, say right now, no the defensive game, no call box to box midfielders and every game. A more technical midfielders who can decide and plan the game from midfield. And I'm about Paris Saint-Germain. And I'm about Bayern. And I'm the Barca also. And I'm saying, say, Madrid there, a can attack there super. Yo, a car attacker Madrid super but the mahuno and attack in the deal no and ka France become a car attacker ka Argentina koi at some point you know let's pay for the Busa Argentina said yeah no bet me ayo vivio okay nya to kwa no konya mo no and I want her game no at some point they say stop being aggressive let's play Sanna Kukumuke catch Argentina for say no stop being aggressive let's play
Wontumi
the same thing they do France no Spain say Busa France for let's play na France intimi mo no Mbappe twen Doué twen Bakola twen Ousmane Dembele twen Ryan Cherki twen Olise twen ball no ntimi ma and I'm saying Jose can have all the best attackers but the man who can say the game is planned in the method.
Okay. Well, new me that say Mamin Bra a mesa ho na mesa fan de na mranti once are planning area to a bottom right corner on your screen amount number no 0203682641 or record video na or dia faso a day aba mesa
yeah the auto na de na de ne bo atoso na enna me hu the story say omama Manchester City a deadline of 5 p.m. on Friday no and I'm who said the Chelsea and Yabre. Now they've sent the first message across to Enzo Fernandez and the agent. Said nobody is untouchable in the club. Until you can think anyway, anyhow of disrespecting the club. That one is more personal idea. And Francis show trim say we untouchable. I will be intimate your BBA because Ufili say we are one of the captains of the team. That is a brilliant message Chelsea has actually sent out there. Now the question will come is return yeah. That's what went to me Antona send on any teammate better. Send or Huno. Is he still going to be the leader of the team? Because there are a lot of questions that will be written around who as a player. Because the Ecosono, it doesn't project the club in a bad way, but rather the player in itself. You have ambitions, yes. Yes, someone go first Canberra. But may dream you may be home. Oh, Manchester City, near midfielders. In recent times, ubetimi aka say midfielders o Maba City pa timi abeba body ye pa boji no mo na so pa yaw Rodri ne bedi kai Bernardo Silva baby meboa there is going to be Kevin De Bruyne
David Silva
what I say ya Toure by ye din common free in primping because ya Toure be say fi Mancini mo side o. So free time or Pep Guardiola be for a team no. So be a team ni mo adwuma so be Manchester City adwuma no. Rodri edi hini pa. Kevin De Bruyne edi hini pa. Bernardo edi hini pa. So Bernardo David Silva so be bo Accra. Ya Toure so bo Accra under him. Ansa no no neko. Ama foforo ba. Omo fa Fabian Delph mu nyina ba. So the trend of midfielders going to Manchester City in recent times has not shown a success story attached to them. Because even in the last 4 seasons, Oma try Nico Gonzalez, Amfa, Omo kofa Matheus Nunes, Omo dinebo 2.
Yeah.
Calvin Phillips by.
Omo crowd.
Now Omo peso Omo ton Tijani Reinders for £60 million to Arcadia. Ano makotiska akofa Elliot Anderson 116. Omo Pebuadi. No mo sadi Enzo abeka. Different coach agreed. But I think in whatever they wanted to do, midfielders Omako Formaba in recent times has not been able to stamp the authority in Manchester City.
Yes, so Oton Rodri Emaneko na Elliot Anderson eba.
It's a new midfield pair. It's one is screaming a change in terms of approach. Number 2, it's also screaming a little bit of when you down also kakra, because this is a new midfield partnership altogether. Because Bernardo Nio, De Bruyne Nio, it will be a Nico Gonzalez and one ebebo. Obi oni Bobi and a new partnership. Fufudi wanimu, Sheki wanimu, animu the only problem. By the midfield pair no, last season City who trade no, and no more pair resource no. It had to take Bernardo Silva and Rodri. as the double pivot of Manchester City to get them results.
Yeah.
Meaning, say, you can't discard experience in certain positions at this level. Maresca say Rodri kwa na so be she. And I think that is the reason why he wants somebody on a year Jumada. Will push it for Rodri. But it doesn't Enzo, but it doesn't totally solve the issue now meeting home komono. Ejuma wo pa.
Wontumi.
Ejuma wo. Say Rodri fit team nim kosi kuro. Ejuma ne so. And it makes me have some few doubt about how competitive they can be in the league consistently and try and get results. So many results are so consistently. It makes me question it. Say, hey, then I'm by any day. Because certain key positions within the club is a move to do. Onsanka John Stones crowd or also another experience at the centre back. Now Ruben Dias never do the Abuani is a kusan of more bomb kakra for last season. Edeba. Any more for so bomb kakra from last season deba. Unless they decide to cede possession to the opponent, said the Abeya will be on hit on counter breaks, or they'll find a different way. But they are in a really difficult position. Really difficult. Yeah. Now for Chelsea, they are a little bit relaxed due to what they've seen in the preseason.
Because not to cut you, but the winners also see a crown. I mean, who say Enzo Diana has to do with Newman course so Obekai from a March, April, May, June.
Oh yeah.
And I have your pastor Ricky Casa. I'm born in Madrid. No, okay. So Newman buying in
it still stands on the fact so
Rossini two games beyond to us.
It still fits into the fact Obi no bigger than Chelsea. Then a BB na BB into the Chelsea. No, I said yeah. Neo bukan terms so I said yeah. In common yase sabisa no. What did they mention Arsenal? This is not to say he's not a very good player or yet top notch. I've told you say me. So because me central midfield the top 5. I'm meaning him. He has proven himself at different levels and high quality. But the demands and the question around him and a lot of discussions also around him, you know, Chelsea do money straight away. And Chelsea believe they should find a way to keep Lavia fit. I believe also find a way to keep Lavia fit. Then pair him with Moises Caicedo. Because over the signings now, Xabi Alonso here now, he believes he can rely more on the number 10s and fullbacks for creativity. Because so checking what Alonso teams are coaching now, he believes his wingers are supposed to be the creative spark and fullbacks are also to be the creative spark of the teams. It's not about Real Madrid. The first signing and not person or more be a fullback Alvaro Carreras. Because he believes in attack, he offers a lot. And about complementing initiative and creating a lot from that angle. Let's not forget that Trent Arnold buy and not also that position because also be complementing Nipo right wing just to create. Then we'll go back to Bayer Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen now on the wingers and the crowd will pretty as wingers. Alex Gramado ni Jeremy Frimpong. What I say? So he relies on Kotrebaka, the creativity near the wing backs. He relies on them. Or call with a 4-backer. The creativity, no, I am more reliant on the wingers and then the number 10. So the here is a basic double pivoter. Yeah, omumi no out of possession, they are solid in possession, they can contribute. But omunye overly burdened, say omun creati and omun she. So he can cope with somebody like a Sugu and a Caicedo in tough games. No a silly one. No among the players like Kopama, Neto, whoever he has brought in, Jeremy Pino Gittins more, some go create chances in former Chelsea for no. He can look at that and decide that you people can go to this angle. Obetim so decided say Lavia and Caicedo, you know, Lavia technically were solid. Omogakra, Piambon nko. So they believe the preseason has taught them a way to cope, even in the absence of Enzo Fernandez. It doesn't mean they won't miss him. Because currently, me Chelsea 8 be an quality Edru Enzo Fernandez. I say be Edru no. I also umia when in our minute. And on the City so as a tight corner, they know City can be able to do that. Because City will need to sell. Also more tongue. It's no money abra mo pese Rinders ekono. Tomu do ma tight corner in the payment terms and so mo dey attach it. Omo dey attach ho. Omo so nim payment terms are dey beba. And I'm sure the payment terms nem be payment terms ketwa. Because the enena mu no have payment terms ni betime wura. E be upfront be 110 and 115. Omo timi kwa catch yourself for payment ni nyina fabra. Yem pen no bonus is say kwadi trophy bi asem bia. It could be that way. But I love Chelsea's position on this said matter. They've been brilliant. And they've handled it so well in regard to Enzo Fernandez.
To me,
I'm not share Manchester United in Real Madrid. Remember Paris Saint-Germain. The same guy said, "No game, no man I tough kakra, but PSG will find a way to win it." It's a little bit of experience that comes along with it. Because we had the second goal now desire to do it so na Shebebi another defender nijina. When Timia market offside line it raises a lot of questions about. But I think yesterday's game was one game one. Anka Rogers any Yuri Tielemans Uma
Oli Watkins
Kombe PSG brutal
Ezir Konsa omnyina mese
Kombe how brutal. But Unai Emery keeps on telling the real thing, you know, say, or a standard when it comes to the coaching job. People make a little bit of mockery about him. And I wait and a brofo and a good evening. Oba Arsenal went to me, Kasabebrebe. Nemum, ne Jumana wako for Aston Villa no. Waban a Jumana be a template. I'm a muya den ya mo mutani ni shebia. Now he's back into the Champions League and Champions League football. Yeah, how do you do this? So underrated. And a Paris Saint-Germain no more movie team now, me boy. No more Moja Neves oh. No Nuno Mendes more.
Bia.
Oh Bia. Then Akudeya obo number 9 yi. Na me so say patron sia trouble we say bi da e wo Paris Saint-Germain. I don't want to look at the kid in the mode of Lukaku. By how 17 years, we are sure the age na no one there.
I don't know
because how he is built.
Why is it Lukaku there now?
How he is built, the quality he offers, we are properly molded for the English Premier League too. The talking dim papa.
Always still opportunities.
The age and there are always two opportunities. You could look at him and agree. Because 17 years, you don't expect him to be a refined product. But the key aspect to the game is a bit to say hold up, positioning, and the strength, pace. Now, as a center forward, strength, pace, positioning, hold up, excellent. Excellent. Adwuma bebre nhyɛ ni ho we goals ni na wo so yɛ no ho adwuma wo yɛ no ho adwuma wo goals ni nko a training grounds wo yɛ no ho adwuma wo finishing nko a because the way he positions himself na many nya chances here ya o catch him zizi ase o say bebre the movement and the intelligence within the height within the body physique ya akoda we 2 years pe 2 years pe so Uncle John Duran I saw the video 2 years because John Duran came into the scene and John Duran was John Duran age in the crown when we but some man need that no suyanse Premier League never born. Yeah, Aston Villa has something on their hands. Proper center forward. This goes into the field and say they could do away with Oli Watkins, but at least Oli Watkins experience is always the best teacher. Aston Villa needs experience. Wontumi lusu Tielemans. Now some be lusu Oli Watkins in the same transfer window. Magen more. These guys will put him on the spot and help him. But what a talent! Top talent and better performance yesterday. Yo, for Manchester United, you see, I'm sure Mubeku Carrick and Nimase. Meaning, if they are doing something behind the scenes, it is okay. But if you be transfer window we Panama Carrick left back, Mano an extra midfielder, Yao, Mubeku Carrick and Nimase.
And I mean, say, Omo share game will be more na post so Baby actually some man you hear midfielder.
Yeah, because a first set no Efuma, you are looking at your first midfield pair to be like Kobe Menu and Andre Santos. The second one, no has a be a Yuri Telemans, Baby Shimbi. Ugati now do when you are to no baby. But Makacho say Manchester United midfield is a kuto musi say no. Bako unnatural say or out and out number 6 and an old traditional number 6 Andre Santos. Telemans more of an 8. Despite the fact so to me boy as a deep line playmaker. Kobe Manu obetima boy as a deep line playmaker but more of a number 8. It is your natural 6 on only DM nankasa no. O mienu no ba kwa pratifio obeko the whole season na rekwa no ntimi ama. Manolo Gatti. It is Andrew Santos. Obo EFL, Obo FA. They should do something. And now Andrew Santos is free in the second half. You could see it. The Yancy are combining for Telemans. It is not because he can't tackle. It is because only the is a born Nukutana. He is exceptional. But out of possession, no, he will need to add more legs. This is where Santos comes in. And almost team they qualify for Champions League. Yow, almost sign. Oman qualify no sign boom no. Eya signify de ba ko say, says come on munye free Champions League ni me yomo de.
I say no here.
E chen say there.
Because oba competitive say be amonim say title in the Wontumi so o make signings are be both season as qualify top 4.
It dey who ye no. And United here no. E praba ko ba. Sa top 4 dreams na o ka so be sa ko Champions League nim timi yira. He has ended.
What make I say last season? Who can say?
Yeah, he has ended.
My character can you because some be good anymore.
And some men are making
but
so the issue I was raising on Carrick was not because we can say, oh nana, me say I want time Carrick, and I'm going to into an peka, and you ma waiting na make they will set him up. On my pejana question no more anymore.
Yeah, me that say, Mike.
Fancy. Thank you very much. Now, Davide Fatesi story be. And then Tijani Reinders also occur Alcatia. Be careful what you wish for in life. Things might look so pleasant, smooth. Development, BBC, it looks like everything is well on course. Be careful. It be a trap. It be also a once first in your one table near the platform. It be a bridge. Number the trans you. Table ne bi wo ha na eni backing inti dadwa na mom inti utiaswa epa sana sa moves ne bi etie. Why am I saying this? Both players made the moves to their respective clubs or move free mu akosisi at very strategic point in their lives and normal careers. Frattesi had then from Lazio, Roma, wafema bobo Bologna, Sassuolo so be bobo Bologna ne famano. When he settled, he established himself as one of the midfielders. I was an Italian football mini corner. At that time, Nabarella Mopie. Tonali had also showed signs. Until they saw Frattesi say he will complete the trio of Italian midfielders. They will continue to dominate the Italian national team. And everything was positive. Now Italy had Euros, 2020. Then they had made the UEFA Nations League almost Final Four. So Frattesi be rem at that period now. Things cannot go wrong. Then he made that big leap. 2023. Sharak Maye. How Inter Milan on my website ne capture Frattesi signing no. They just posted there. Anyway, Davide Frattesi joins Inter Milan. July 6th, 2023. Already there was growing requires sacrifice and plenty of hard work. And you need to know how to bide your time and seize an opportunity as soon as it presents itself. That's how Davide Frattesi's career has developed so far, one step at a time, moving higher and higher. Now, he's an Nerazzurro. Now, there's a Riasman Amono, he has a sacrifice na who then you bide your time. So, in the eyes of Inter, this was the moment for Frattesi to make that giant leap. And they couldn't have been wrong. Simone Inzaghi, an Italian coach, feeds into the whole narrative. So Italy's next generation of the best box crusher, you can't be box to boxer, and anyway, he will crash the box, he will score late goals, or bet deliver the amount. He was the clutch guy. And it's a Inte Nyano na Inzagia. Then we are transitioning from the Antonio Conte era na the trio of Çalhanoğlu, Henrik Mkhitaryan, Nicolo Barella. Then the eba benyebia Çalhanoğlu, Fratesi, Barella. Na ki Mkhitaryan efrimu. But again, not all wishes come true. The acquire and say he was mostly a bench warmer. And then the minute I was or the demonstrating the quality, it never really happened. One, the period of transitioning, Simone Inzaghi Jaho Kivu Bae. Kivu had his own ideas and did not really trust this boy. And the DNAC, he is going back to the club that brought him up. Lazio no free. He's a Rome boy, but he's a Lazio boy. And some all diverted Yako Roma. So he's going back to where it all began. To see, say, at the age of 26, after Nobeko 27, and can win and can any grace period. You know, can say make it Italian or Inter Milan beyond. But again, intent to me for many in Tony so.
Think I win by this time no piano. Kay clubs have midfielders by Nanka they didn't
Fratesi di count.
Because Fratesi be joining the parameter say
I was didn't count. But again, be careful what you wish for. Not every ideal destination or desire and it may live up to the billing. At times, I had no hard work. He is a hard worker. At times, and yes, a wooden quality, no, he has it. Ebu are just fit, and that's a wrong move at the right time. And it fits into Tijani Reinders. Again, he had conquered Italy, he conquered Netherlands. He was basically on top. And DNAC, he's come to AC Milan. Time of free Serie A, he was the best midfielder in the league. Tijani Reinders.
Western Day cry.
Exactly. So what happened? Man City comes calling. This is the grace period. The icing on the cake. Oh, my boy AC Milan, my idea may be to me born in Bo. Yeah, then I am making a career leap to play under one of the best coaches, Pep Guardiola, to play for Manchester City. And last season, no, we are City League. I have Erling Haaland to supply the balls to. Things couldn't have gone wrong. Again, he had a fantastic start. Yes, season, I think on the first match, he had 2 goals. What happened? Sustaining it. It became a problem. In a very difficult campaign for City, he was one of those who was sacrificed because Pep needed to look out for a way that would win. Let's change the shape of the team. And then he was one of those almost sapphire. And there's a Ryan there Saudi Arabia. Never would have anyone believed to say at the age of 28, way on top of the world, the best midfielder in Italy. Just 1 year in England, you're casting away. You don't know Saudi Arabia, Uncle Bonibra. That is how football is. So not every ideal destination. Yes, you bet me at na carbon transfers analysis. Yes, say Julian Alvarez, say Barcelona dia, Rio, and your Munya Rodrigo when the teams in Munjine you. No. Football nentesa. In football, 1 + 1 at times can be 3, and there will be a justification for that formation and our formula. Easy. And it's sad, but you have to also accept it. There are biblical examples, there are real life examples. There are moves people have made you think, say, oh no, Charlie, where they were real. But potentially, the person becomes like a cage canary. And my yellow na, I had the Bioshe cage more tonium. No, Pierre. It moves with liberty and freedom. But Oshemua, their perspective and everything is caged. Like how it depicts in real life. And as I know, APA will have away from that. To other developments, new. You see, in politics, you can't have your enemy is my enemy and your friend is my friend. The only thing a constant interest in politics. If Japan knew this, then they would not have suffered the consequences of World War II. So Japan say, matamfo nyɛ watamfo medɔfo nyɛ odɔfo na mmom dwenhwɛ wo deɛ wobɛnya maybe nka Hiroshima and Nagasaki ni amom in August 1945. Why am I saying this? Perspectives. Yawo abrochire wako abrochi school. When you abrochi ntete you have certain privileges. Amia yawo me wo esase bontewufo no. I have not enjoyed such privileges before. The way we see life and the way we analyze situations will be different. And yes, we nipa say me, and then yes, I may corrupt saying, but it is about our interest and how we perceive certain developments in life. To Africa, Infantino will be looked at differently. In Europe, they will look at him differently as well. Why? Interest. Okay, Africa for 10 years Infantino. He is someone who has guaranteed an upward adjustment of the FIFA forward money. Now for a 4-year cycle, you are guaranteed $8 million. First, that is stability. Infantino has given Africa one thing we have always clamored for: inclusion. Into World Cup, you see 48. Cape Verde nyebia kobo. DR Congo nya return to the competition after almost over 40 years out. Inclusion. Again, he's made it look like all free Africa, you can have an opportunity. And this whole FIFA Forward Enterprise initiative, you know, Europe for anyone to say, Debita, and yet, why would you want to sell a stake in the World Cup to a private investor? That is how the Europeans see it. And the other, I told you, they are the imperialists. In fact, World Cup, your mother, or de buy. FIFA nankasa bet na Europe for na nete. So they see it as it is their bona fide property. And then there was a tomo beer on any interest near Sika. In Africa, Yeni Matahon Obina Teniako Batahon. Yeni interest near DNA. Exactly. So they may go from 8 million to 20 million. Every betting yako 40 million within just a short period of time. The African sees that as a way to bridge the gap between Ono and your more medical. And yes, idea. So, obi got say befia. Your baby say obi agrani bofie now ye day. Pamono. Your bakubi was say or the befia yem pamono was so good and more want free. Exactly na bakubi so mommy. Say a bofia yem pamono. No one pamun you get it. So they will welcome such news and they won't outrightly object it or oppose it. Sanity. And again, African values and culture. Broni said down building relationships how say where they me paddy me die in the woo or be them but on shada say me nyonko breboa me ne boku siata free. Me who so be abokusi atafre me pa me no abokusi atafre dia me who be dadie but I asema. But the point I am making is this: in Africa we have relationships that are tied. It becomes like covenant and there is a certain loyalty towards it. Ntini who many suma mi ntina de atwe mienu nam. So Infantino ye we am Africa in his darkest moment they will stand by him. Yes, nkoja. So we share with people in their joy, and we also empathize or sympathize with them in their darkest moment, and that is why Africa cannot make that stance. In fact, they've even communicated say they support Infantino, but they can't come out again and lambast UEFA because of interest. And super kapone so Africa so odia no dear and they interest interest you can't fault them. It does not make them corrupt, but it is because the ebeboa amon also na sitinem no nyo metimi asesa entia de bia semti na odokotu koju a oyeden ujam Mr. and the beno ebe basa Patrice Bosepe ka say English FA omo ye say intu na de so nyina no obi an so ni political way mebo you English FA omo hia 20 million in fanya we. It's an insult to them. But Africa had 20 million. From 8 to 20 even 40 even Europe only say CONCACAF you know here say sika no yeah
But what is wrong is wrong. That is what they also believe. What is wrong is wrong. What doesn't help the game doesn't need support from anybody.
That's African values. Any tradition.
What to me?
Yes, only paying asema. Why need for?
In the end, the Africa those things. But Africa so Sanko free na akotegu. Michel Platini said Africa ejirone blatechi. I'm not sure yes anti anhwe. Isaiah to so anti anhwe. Isaiah was the most powerful person in Africa. Yeah, football no. But Blatter Tisha no so Tisha. I am saying, say you can have your interest. You can have your own benefits. The way you see how things are to be run. But a do moment be not the end necessary or make a point say we and ya. You don't still say somebody interest. And no I higher as Africa.
I think Africa ninka say a FIFA forward enterprise ninye. Obet me 2 reasons why for an African.
Remember 2 reasons.
Why? I want us to have that conversation.
The general consensus is that football is for the street. Why would you sell part of it to a private entity?
Okay,
that's one. Do you also agree? Do you also agree? Do you also agree?
Say football is for the end.
Football is for everybody.
It's for everybody. Again, look at how football is run now. Man U, is it for the people? Why Man U? Why India?
No. Okay, Sadia.
No, Debbie.
A Champions League go on for Coca Super League. No, how many Bogumo? Your fans are not Bogumo.
What to me?
Was it an administrator?
Bogumo, no. The structure has remained the same. Meba.
Super League
football used to belong to the people. Now the moment football became money, it changed.
Football has been money for day one.
Baby, and yet day one new.
It has been money, but money no increase. Sikana
again. Okay, let's do this bit after bit. Let's do this bit after bit. The World Cup, and the state it is now. It was driven by huge commercial interest. And one of the increment in the buy. Exactly, how avalanche money way. That's why I'm telling you, money runs football now.
I'm saying, money has been part of the game from the dada. It has really increased. Commercial value of the game has really gone up.
Let's do this.
Is that a point?
To say the na club ne pep mu can about fixture schedule ne ade na almost as say bibia kwakoye sika na manfo painting na yen dream players no
exactly
because Africa dey na new work no Africa ni na ngasa nem so wo ton World Cup ne farmer private idea enyo but no
I want to understand, give me reasons. And I say football is for the street. Also football is for the street. Should I give you reasons why football now is an exclusive sport? Mema reason. What
they may be.
Reason when Magia Tum say exclusive sport. Only if I accept. May I accept my reason out to us right?
Football is for the street.
It has been for the people for a long time. This game.
Football was made for the people, but money runs the game now. Would you dispute this?
And now, money has been running the game, except Sikana Akoso. G2.
Yeah, money runs the game.
Players in the first contract.
Oh, yeah,
no, is that a point?
Money runs the game now. It did not used to be so. Are you debating this?
It did not used to be so.
Baby.
Now, tell me the man put the first article together.
Reverend Oseko for me, I said, African. We are talking Africa.
Okay, so Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, so the Brazil is Santos, but you are trade via commission.
Players no more boy, and
was there not any financial package?
Not
Santos for Madrid, Mumra. Then they took off.
Again.
Sika has been part of it.
You are not getting the point. You are not getting the point. The point is, money runs the game now.
Not now. It has been running the game from since.
My whole point
it has been running the game from since.
In Africa,
exclusive.
Football is an exclusive sport. Money runs the game.
Exclusive to who?
Chelsea. Chelsea Chelsea. Why? The dynamics of the game has changed, including we don't make sense to the listener or the viewer. Ownership of clubs. Manchester United. I can give you 4 clubs in England, major clubs, and their ownership assistant. They were traditional clubs. That was when football belonged to the people. Liverpool, Arsenal, Man U, for Chelsea count. Tell me the structure that existed in those clubs, Sanity. Yonko Spain. Barcelona, the net and Sanity.
Tell me,
okay, what they can.
Tell me, look at your
okay, car.
What's it tell me,
okay, Martin.
Barca club in India.
It's a France in India.
Actually, Yana. Krabia. Otu for na namodia. House of folk. Open my fans in Casa. I'm only to go be DBC, but House of folk for Yisika to go.
And how is the significance of
me say Barcelona here for their as from Busa number 1 no. And are you telling me Barca remains to the traditional part of the game and modernity Barca and count Madrid are here for their I want to understand. Do you know the weight of these fans? What they say, how it functions. The structure could change, but ownership is still for the people. The structure, how it is run, could change. But a more body, ultimately free the people. No. But the structure, how it is run, will be different. And ultimately, because say Madrid, Barca, and Liverpool, Kokabo say, you got the Champions League is super big because you come over now up when you cause you fresh near Quine, what making me back. You said so, but my point, then I did you know, and it was an Anfield name. Almost stadium na microphone be church out there about say yempene they were the fans and a Barca for no meeting say ye dey socios dey tutua no and na me dey run club no Madrid for so ko ye bi I dey champions here hwan Laporta hwan almost the fans na ka it has been the game but how structure under the patterns with which the game move no and SSA and so money time na kasa revenue so go for 1 year say ya no bi jisika. Yes, sir, revenue so go video don't want the example say ya no bi jisika. Why jisika? Again,
now the point you explained, Barcelona, also Barcelona traditional, Real Madrid are traditional. Sana Oka. Sanity. Okay. They are traditional.
How is Bilbao run?
They are traditional club.
Oh, Mickey Buame, how is Bilbao run?
Is Bilbao a prominent club?
Prominence, so they can't find
Bilbao. They come already, no.
Bilbao is a prominent club.
Oh, Nyabutre. How are they prominent in this conversation? Super League, no Bilbao count. Super League no account. Yeah, we're elite. Will you call the elite? Now to answer you. AC Milan, a traditional club. A traditional. AC Milan, Juventus. AC Milan, Juventus, Inter Milan. What is the structure of ownership now? Add AS Roma.
Escafo.
You won't understand this unless you want to just make it seem say money is not
because I'm for so enjoy a year when a pa but no people say obviously who say World Cup ticket maybe a trim and Nadia no difference near saying a bon to no so arrive say be ska but I've been so say I'm saying in Africa for so interest in the idea back pay and I just almost so there but it's so good I ain't enough
what can 1930 free yeah we don't free 1930 I don't go free have you ever heard 1930 free
sikane de
yeah me be say
sikane de Obizuma 100,000 iska, but the value,
time, Debbie, the interest, time, maybe the interest. Also, 1930 World Cup, no iska.
Can I read your message? You know, Mr. say young chasers so New is trying to tell us that Barca fans are happy that they have sold part of the stadium. Sometimes I say they are more tone.
Oh, they have a Camp Nou, no, Camp Nou, again, I'm more the fans sick and here. Camp Nou, more the fancy can redevelopment.
One second of the running. Social to Barca studio. I told me properties. Property.
Presbyterian hospitals. So monfa my in mama na ye ba fie
sorry
how the Presbyterian be part of football come
Sharon monfa in mama na ye mra fie because
mama ya nwene ho adien ayeye mama ya nwene ho ayeye adien mama ya nwene ho adien ayeye mama ya nwene ho ayeye adien
rather no ɛsɛ me gya question no mo me support bi a me de support no me ka Mr. Mufa John to ho asem
Brekum
Chelsea sir at the time no got club no nan crofo bebre no ebisa ba bi o the club no betime could because you know say Brekum Chelsea are winning Ghana Premier League no twice akọ Africa competition so having somebody like in stature no a businessman an entrepreneur or buy a football no na ni gisempa and chair trying to ground Brekum Chelsea no mahusone FC Basel mo accord into agreement na ayeme de papa because your boys be brebo Ghana Premier League they don't do their way out
so intina na ma ne de ne as a enkra no wa shipi o moko
Kwasi Sorotu and Vincent Kulu Ajay omumi enu no Brekum Chelsea last year we ko Bologna and we call FC Basel. That is agreement with these international clubs. Brekum Chelsea no masa led by Opani Amofejo Antoa. Na enye nipa bebre na be hu mo a ya no mo person mo udi nkomache. Obu won mo say eti hai ense mo be kan ebia mienu pe. But mienu ni nyina no e be lasting our memories. Mr. Amofejo Antoa. Right now no ope first vice chairman e wo NPP mu. Yeah. Na me busa say nto eja ball no ho ana. And I saw that so as I said me combine way because mpani force so here my drink then me input back me no me yensa and then say your name PP4
first vice chairman or Ashanti
region first vice chairman Mr. Amofejo Antoa until I say politics in the room yi pa na Brekum Chelsea no na me bomb pa say ma unja monto wo hu the board tie no ma unja omo chiri but say can nim die na ho den an emerging force onim say President Trump ko China no or there about 11 different delegates in a core no mo kono the composition a component of the delegation no of a CEO for Tesla was besene ohun de make no of Amazon was besene of CEO young guys na emerging the US entrepreneurship market no do call China and check crowd last 2 months or so these guys no emerging CEOs are show more soil no more pie ba omo dem person me kire no Mr. Amofejo Antoa I thought
Chelsea no dey menye sure say bia obejemu because we model now no na say bia model na dey na djuma no dey say enye say bia open league bia je but ne target no say abrebi obe survive maybe a top 4 bar league bar fine but I'm just still born be fair na ma wo Brekum na bia akọ ball woni gi say o kostro mo ball show but at least overturn one saying yes can be Sunday at all so they are running.
Okay, me say me ya na me ka say because politics say demand time pa and football so demand time and I say right now no the model has to change because Ghana Premier League na over Africa ya na cost no so okoba so a the next seasons or the ensuing seasons na it mean at the stable pa Africa no kono and so right now the change model na say a betimi place it for mumpo without even trophy no but betimi greater impact be on the Brekum Chelsea team no where every season about 2 3 4 5 players betimi not just on the African market but European top marketer betimi granting crown good futures you know honestly say person or the club no e push the call na I think say Brekum man support no at this point in the day or pray first vice chairman or NPP mo aye nyina no yen try say you be support no Ashanti region. No one left behind. Everyone stepping forward. Mr. Amufa Jantua. And no many shabon come up. Well, my old time friend and Rami Shan Manianji. And I embrace the Nimtino. Yanchi Brisa.
Okay.
Yeah. And now ye kawasem. Mehaw. Na mehaw no kakra bi na me pesemete ho. Say. Unim Desmond of Frey pa. When one person me follow no pa from the U20 no ba no. Me follow no pa. But they no I ever call work up no a color scores no. Technical team in buy no. Okay, me because me say me Jutum say coaching, as I say, we did the coaches in BH. Sometimes just we do a much keke. We say coaches are, and I say young coaches, a D coach BH, or want to mean to home. But the natural pattern would did in Panifor BH, I am wow, different teams are. It will prepare we pa. So I loved the fact that Desmond of Faye introducing into a game. He's a young coach. But there is a certain culture in our terrain. Yeah. Terrain we mu. The license no ho. The technical know-how as expertise, you can say coaching no. Because it's a job of practicality. Na me mean say me can TV so nyina be yusu de atia me. Da bia say me catch ro. Ada me ja to say manya ya o manya me A no manya me B na so no me ko no. De me come twetwa me odu yusu bi atia me. But I am preparing myself. You need to understand a lot of things to be very much successful. Our system way more. So Desmond is good. Well, very good. Per the coaching, he's very good, but he has to adjust to our system. He has to adjust to our system. So no one wants me adjust here. Mpanyinfo pen as one. Yeah, system na kwa say a poor a baby or small pond or baby now we fish. Now what better tiny oh who could know. Yeah, the bread is also a baby you about a choice we see. Your system no one some American. Yes, year 2017 no. And kobo bia honest vote can say new you're born the ultimate as you just would every day. He wasn't my friend at that time. You probably a baby, but the way I'm a judging, you know. Not someone not can say, new, no, co game na say, quasi once I know what me at any baby. I say, how the game is run here. Desmond, me penasempana, yemi, yes, yajuma, ye, upo, yes, my own, because I told me I saw the crack cast some now call. Even if you only a crash or can we are now call. Desmond a good oh. Na me so no want to man ho ban me pesa ko man we born ho ban but yeah man we dear. Yeah man we no yaw. Yeah more ho ban yo. And you know check our young coaches how they travel and become successful out there. Check them our young coaches. Our terrain is so slippery. Etu ye good kra no. Ese o calm down. Asana ba. A grand shot squad, I saw a Ghana Premier League market. You need a way, can discount on one count you. But today, because of the coach could see a Piachino, we potential.
Wontumi.
See, I couldn't know, and you're fishing out. A card that or come up press conference pressure down so coach Michiano pay me example. A coca Crystal Palace. And yes, I know Casa pressure na Kedukua. There ultimate Crystal Palace. Now come we are Bobo Nestle, Captain Frankfurt. Yeah, share the TV so see Kakono.
Not for more pressure where
I'm telling you, but Ghana Jumano Kuano coach, none of children. We change screw on players like a command channel. Sika Kono Yamana Yana Dom, Lukopi Kenya. Sure, Kenya Premier League. And you're so so.
Yeah.
All corners Kobe Mensah but say now on sign of the because Kobe Mensah he had done an excellent job at Karela. Massive job. Oh, you know say. Oko ho wura from Kobo Mbesha. I so be testing ho. Oko be chem. Kobe Mensah hunu so be chem. Na pa. Oni sika kono na G League no. Oni mabu rabi. Season a coach adote eje media Premier League ne de ma no. They use 3 coaches. Omo use coach David Duncan, omo use Abu Rabi, and omo use coach Adote. Coach Adote did the last 13 games of the season at G League, you know. and do to aso Africa or friend mam koka ona coach man kwa an assistant abu rabi we here do am because to Egypt no see new I had go say all right to dream Egypt why come on right to dream head coach into promote yeah he's I'm just generous I'm not drive on the buy or security abu rabi he do attack. Yeah, young coaches, we don't find so go ma say no ma ba ye
show dey on more time
obaka krabi na oteshi oslepo based on the nature of the job onyade like Kenson kan ho ye no basa ha la ye jin ho no koy unim the Uganda ma ye no from U15 16 17 18 19 20 21 obedu omu senior team na you say like kasa woko he certifies your graduation like in Sana high engineering. We can be about Sunday special Bashawele. We don't believe our young coaches. Let them step out there. No more flourishing. It's a Desmond Diano. Mimenya because he's one for the top. He's one for the top. If you know toward power pressure idea guru komo ano. A gen who boom the FIFA man appointment. A gen who boom. And so talk if you to Ado. A junior who boom a FIFA management. So Desmond, please. Decision be able to take Biano. Oh, your young coach.
And there's some Abama can we say there's more.
Matete Desmond said last stage man and said to me as the head coach. Ghana Blaster Juma. Desmond Affair.
Desmond Affair a big Black Stars coach.
In Common Coso. Now the media me treaty. You treating at SM and Kokobo. We are looking for a coach for our national team coach. Our national team. If Sir Desmond Befa, so be it. Media Kokobo na de Mano. He's a young coach with a huge future. But Ghana Jumano, it comes tricky. It comes tricky even for established coaches. The job really comes tricky. So what's my person catch them so
Mike Braga cry na fee. Menfa videos no.
The whole conversation here say if we want a coach, who do we want and what do we want? Are we ready to go for such? And then in common, why we don't have a coach now? I don't think it's because of a lack of options. I think it's because of money and commitment. The state has a certain budget. Wontumi and go beyond the budget. Or minus also a world standard. Until Quachari of this kind of padieno, emuedu. But you don't want to offer the monetary way that goes with it. And then the idea we have. So yes, we might have young coaches or more bright, but again, timing is important. Like Besha said, will be first analysis. Timing is crucial. So time then so now rushing the panakoa. The person will be exposed.
Very true.
Before Kwesi Appiah got the Black Stars, he was prepared. It was deliberate. There was investment into the kind of coach he became. In the time he had garnered enough in terms of experience, in terms of learning under others. As it stands now, I don't think Desmond Affair has gotten the exposure to learn and then mature into a senior national team job.
So Ghana for the
and Ghana for on one kasa individually, ya prepare no ye. Minim say that make what ya say.
Na me ba Mike said the ntia ma make kasa na say a from say be a bribe say the adwuma ma okra na one kasa willingly. Wontumi nche be o me full say time nso be say me understudy ka.
Oh, empempi na ntisa. Empempi na as a professional. The moment you are presented with a challenge or a task, so the professional never says, "Wait, they mean to me you." You want to prove. And they say, "Yeah, oh, fancy producer." You see, and the fancy Brabe Kasa.
Wontumi.
Obakache oh head of it say Wontumi. You want to take it up and prove. I say anati. So it's not like coaches, no. Omuni mpaso Wontumi yet. No, omu watinke bi say. Me yire me ho a but again ya wo de wo hwehwe and there the reality is you need much more than an edge atenka feeling them gidie bi se metimi aye no who here more than that to handle a Juma to say the senior national football team. And again, people make cases for MS5. Again, the fire appointment, there was an emergency situation. And even with that, now I hear Juma be as the black Ivory Coast U23 team.
Yeah.
So there was a certain progressional line. And assistant to the late Gaspar So the point is, looking at the situation Ghana finds here, what we need and who we need is not Desmond Ofei. But Yesika Semunti, he has become a likely candidate. And that is the point. Yesika Sem, if our money game was top, Menya Shosan can come out yedi. Desmond Ofei will emerge as a candidate. And Kayaka coaches, we would have gone for Omoye Wojidie said they have the expertise to come and transform your Black Stars. Someone pay attention to Black Stars situation here. Mame 2 reality situations now. Ye 2 leaders of the teams. Omuni clubs. Thomas Partey. Only club. Me no can say ye be season I say. Jordan Ayew unanama. I have Black Stars captain. That is how dire a situation it here. And Chayabebo qualifies. So the point is, if there is money, go for the best. But where is the money? And then the bank.
So back to Sikana. So if you need Sikana, so Sikana na Desmond for now. I'm fancy bia. Mami you see the word the right choice, and I say bia the proper choice. Even if CB in this car, the what's the say
Yeah, what they all look at scene. Why no? They one year why?
Because like now, so you're attached to. It will be mine, so yeah.
You get a point. Again, where is the money? I want to advocate this. Black Stars were sponsors.
Yes.
Yabako World Cup, a lot of corporate entities wanted to support the Black Stars World Cup campaign. True or false?
True.
And then I buy any GFA international. Say, the FA should look out for a lucrative sponsor. The sponsor Nisikano, it will cater for Black Stars coach Sikasem. Why can't we do something like that? Again, sponsors never a year Black Stars hono. Sikano a coin. Do you get a point? Sikano coin. What does it go into? Because I know if the Black Stars will need to convene campaign, if they will need to travel, if they will need to engage in any activity that requires a certain financial commitment, the state in it here, even if there is a pre-financing, eventually the state will pay for it. Into World Cup ya yekoye, FIFA ball honka, abai ball honka. How are we able to dissociate, and then understand? Baby, asikana ye spending ye no ekokokoye.
The records are there.
Yeah, so sikaba team nim. Sikana eba team nim no. Ye beti me dia ye futuo bi ato. Ebetua national team coach sikanti. Say yeah, abayin na ntumi ntua $100,000. Maybe abayin betua be 40,000. Then the rest will come from the corporate sponsorship fund. About the Black Stars. Yeah, so we can solve some of these situations. At times, I feel say solutions na yeshushe no. But again, it be a certain bureaucracy and a certain bottlenecks be and my end to me into sana mono. Because I think say you do stager, the Black Stars must be run with sponsorship money. A do stager was a sika buying a one. And your own team fan called the other national teams now. Omonya commercially appealing as the Black Stars. And it's a goal fields in a disikeba. Ora Ibrahim Muhammad and a disikeba. Ye the says Sikano Mufutuono. Ye the best running Black Stars affairs. Then you task the person in charge and other people in charge to ensure say Omo disikano hono kre. Since I have sponsorship money, no, you can tax them. Asema making. Ewon kratemu. Ewon yatrotro ho nioma wo ho dada. Ewon kratemu. It looks like almost every solution in Ghana, fancy. and your sports in Kwon. Almost every solution in Ghana, a one crataso. There application and implementation.
Missy,
almost every solution.
And Panfonomuni Madia, Madia Efe. Come on, travel ye be the Fepa. But when Papa no Jaya Bonnie.
Mebo, Entiate. There na pressing need in terms of transportation or traveling from Kumasi to Accra. Then there is a new expressway. When the no say Egusu say, I am citing an example for you so you understand the picture. But Kwabrania Bunani Eguso.
Wontumi.
And you could check kwine for fro. Near Bayasa kwine. And it will not take us an immediate solution. Yeah, because it means solving immediately. But say the all effort, any attention, investment to call, they are using Yaswa. You bet me no in a very good period of time. You bet me a new It is the same like in other sectors. Oko football, oko employment, oko sports. You will find these peculiar issues. Solutions never hold. But you best keep in your ear the phobia a coffee baby na yet tin basa. Ain't it said that's one of a dear be more fancy. Sikasam. Sikasam.
The Desmond the Indian said in the secret you and well form.
Visa.
Mambisa.
GBS.
My Desmond so many born in your food because who could china smash him the anye. Say the Amunis come up for in China. Over my maybe at
Oh, yeah, Desmond of near Far Blasters coach. Ube Philip.
Player Baba Shemus Rahim Fomono.
Ube Philip.
Player Shemus Rahim from Santican.
Where's a free credit man of a family?
You be a contract in this one. Oh, sign crown.
More pressure about what was one of our Casazo. Your business a send obey approach or say, oh, diffua or the Sunny BD or demo the fog. And no more software. Some of the from the Desmond
software. We don't get it. Who renew? I say, I do by agreement. Now can accept and continue. Okay,
that's what I accept to know. So say that's what I'm trying to say. Say, and you say be $1,000 a month. Me at mama say me be Black Stars. Jument me faint me dint my baba judgment. Because what comes with it, I am more than and monyam de be show no. True or false?
Nanka
fresh and a ban Desmond ni through me. The next 6 months ni through in abepa.
Nanka Ghana be call World Cup.
Black Stars.
Yenya World Cup prize money. Yaba. Ni Yesu kasem ho se ekofa coacha.
Ka me busa on say scan no.
Sika obeje.
Wontumi.
Oh, sika tax wo amatete tax o.
Nti man de na say ministry
I don't fancy.
doc ho yɛ paa ɛbi sɛ wɔto kwan kakra nso ɛkɔ nakura ase ɛkɔyɛ nnuro no mu hwehwɛ bibi na de kɔ yɛ deɛ ba adwuma no nso so da na koma so a odi ho so dwuma eti ne chi a ɛkɔma mo na sɛ ne wato nkra ne deɛ ɛyɛ den ya kan ne ke
kwambia so doc deɛ wɔn tua yenim komo
me da se na power specialist about hospital deɛ ka fancy wani tua se frimre santene ana bibima mu ha yɛ tete hahama di nubuna na ne power specialist about hospital ɛda soronko ɛma doctor Henry Akosu adua ya ɛda soronko ne sɛ